Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to Fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams.
And welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad, Brian, am I right? You're right. Everybody's right, which means I'm Eli Moon. We're back in the saddle on the saddle adjacent here for another episode of Inside Edge Primetime. It is your Thursday edition. Might as well call it your Friday because we are technically off tomorrow for the evening block. So we are going to rock with you for 3 hours of an absolute fun time. It's Inside Edge Primetime with Chad and I from 10 to 11. At the top of the hour, the Daily Spiral with Autumn Chisholm and Chad Bryan. They're gonna rock and roll and talk Love Island later. And then, of course, at midnight, AA Anthony Alford, our program director and bro, we'll talk about a bunch of unhinged sports behavior, from video games to the Cavaliers. You're going to get it all here tonight, folks. So make sure, if it's your first time, hello. If you've come here before, hello. Do us a favor. If you haven't done it yet, like, subscribe, follow at Inside Edge Net on YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. Go check out all the socials. Smash that notification bell so you know when we're going live. We have 4 daily shows all across Monday through Friday, typically. Again, we're going to be off tomorrow, but typically, normal week, we'll be on Monday through Friday. You have On Filter with Kyle Cornell, 5 to 6 p.m. weekdays here on the Inside Edge Network. And then the evening block, 3 shows, 1 stream. It's a phenomenon, folks. You have Inside Edge Primetime with Chad and I, 10 to 11. Autumn Chisholm, 11 to 12. And then at midnight to 1 a.m., Anthony Alford. Midnight Run with Anthony Alford. So Inside Edge Primetime, the Daily Spiral, Midnight Run, all in this stream. And you can read all about your favorite personalities like Chad Bryan and everybody else who does a tremendous job at InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Go over to our partners page as well because we couldn't do it without them. Fanatics.com, AlleyRoseFragrances.com, Mosser Moments, SportsMemorabilia.com, W Energy, Omega Video Marketing. We appreciate all of them so much. We are also rocking and rolling with Omega Video Marketing and Keon Sports. Go check them out as well. Our partners at Keon Sports, go read some great articles and check out what they have going on as well. And you can go to InsideEdgeNetwork.com to read all about what we got, the personalities, everything there. Of course, you can go download the Inside Edge Network app on Roku as well, folks. You can go check out the app on Roku. Run with us wherever you may be. Check us out. And one more time for that website. Go to the merchandise store. Grab a nice shirt, hat, polo, mug. I pointed because I'm looking at you. I want you to rep Cleveland's digital leader here with us. We appreciate you so much. Welcome in, everybody. Oh, my goodness, Chad B. It seems like you got the theme for the night. I like your shirt. Yes.
Cavs in the right?
Yes. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. It made you said video games in the intro, and it made me think of the old Toys R Us thing. It's like from signs and trades to video games. We're the biggest 3-hour stream there is. I was going to say that, but I didn't do it. And now I said it anyway. So I'm good, man. Like you said, it's our Friday. I feel like we got a long weekend coming up. Might be a little bit stormy. We talked to Matt about that. You never know. Might get some spotty, thunderstorms over the weekend. But
yes,
that's okay. Looking to celebrate a little bit. We're gonna, probably try to watch some fireworks Friday night. Maybe go swimming on Saturday if we can beat the storm. So we'll see what we can do, man. How are you?
I am great. I appreciate you asking. Having a great start to the day, great end of the day here with the guys and girls of the Inside Edge Network. Really happy to get after it. It's July 4th weekend, America 250. Take all the politics out of it. It'd be cool to see some fireworks with the fam and wherever I get into. Got a show tomorrow, Friday at Brothers Lounge tomorrow, July 3rd. It's going to be a great time. $10 tickets. Come see me. Come rock out with some of the greatest hip-hop artists in the city right now. So that'd be real cool. Very excited about that. Moonbash is, Chad, it's a crazy thing. Moonbash is 23 days away.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Now, that's probably the only time you'll say that during this segment. So I can't wait to get after it.
Everything else is going to be totally, by the book, I think, for the rest of the show. So
yeah, anything that has hit your radar, or do you want me to start? Do you have anything?
I'm going to kick it to you. I might just watch the show for a little bit, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Let's see how it goes. Yeah.
Tremendous. Yeah. I know you may need to watch the last 2 minutes of Love Island or whatever. So maybe take that time.
I'll just be over here watching on my other monitor.
Absolutely.
You handle the first segment or so. I'll be fine. I'll be all right.
Perfect. Appreciate you. We've always been a team effort. I know if we were out in a kayak and it flipped over, I guess this is how it would go. You'd leave me.
Yeah, I would watch Love Island and you would try to get back onto the kayak. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no big deal.
Keyword is try. Last time was a little dangerous, so we'll see how this one goes. All right, let's get into it here, folks. I was talking to Double A Anthony Alford earlier today. I also talked to the guy to my right, your right, everybody's right, my bro, Chad Bryan.
Yeah.
And we had a conversation, and I said, man, with the Cavaliers currently where they're at, and where I mean by where they're at, let's set the table. James Harden's declined his player option. He is going to wait to see if LeBron James comes here and we can work the money out.
Yeah.
Dean Wade is now a Philadelphia 76er. And with Mike Gansey, and we'll talk about Mike Gansey maybe a little bit later on in the show. If not, we'll definitely be visiting that next week because I believe we spoke about Mike Gansey and his impact leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
And right now, he is positioning himself to have a strong case for Executive of the Year if everything plays out on the court. So Dean Wade in Philadelphia, Keon Ellis in Brooklyn. I said that with such a New York accent. He's in Brooklyn, and, he is one of the other casualties the Cavaliers have faced because they are trying to play the salary cap game.
Yeah.
So with everything going on, with Giannis Antetokounmpo now in Miami, Cavaliers missed out on Giannis. With Jaylen Brown now in Philadelphia, we missed out on Jaylen Brown. We've missed out on pretty much anybody you could think of. Anthony Davis is more than likely going to be a Washington Wizard. They have come out and say they're not going. They've said that he's not going to be traded.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. All right, no worries. You know what? It's just kind of the season of no for the Cavaliers. I understand. Trey Murphy may cost you a first or two. The Pelicans are trying to hang on to what they got, so you may not get in there. They've been linked to Jonathan Kuminga. Maybe that makes sense. And then it hit me. What if?
Are you okay? Or okay?
Yeah, I could take a punch. Okay. I could take a punch.
I got you.
But this face is for TV though, so I gotta protect.
Mine's for radio. Mine's definitely for radio.
It hit me earlier today. I was talking to Double A, and I just said, man, it's got me thinking. Brian Windhorst from ESPN has been talking for the last couple of days, and all due respect to Brian Windhorst, but he hasn't really elaborated beyond the fact of the Cavaliers have some teams or some trades they're working on.
Yeah.
And I can't get into it more than that because, unfortunately, it's just I can't deal with that in my life right now. And you know what, Mr. Windhorst? I can understand. You've been doing this a long time, and maybe it's too much for you. Maybe right now this is just a lot for what you're about to have to announce. There's been a bunch of murmurs, but if you notice, there hasn't been a lot of talk about who the Cavaliers will move recently. The Mobley stuff's died down.
Yeah.
The Mitchell stuff's died down. It's all died down, Chad. So it makes me think, Chad Bryan.
Okay.
Even though the Jaylen Brown sweepstakes are over and he's in Philadelphia, what if the Cavaliers weren't done talking with the Boston Celtics? What if the Cavaliers are under the rug right now, so to speak, and still speaking with Boston in terms of another superstar player? Now, hear me out. This is just my take, ladies and gentlemen. I I have not got an insider scoop. I have not. Brian Winters did not call my phone earlier today. But what I will say is, it makes me think the Cavs have been awfully quiet. Last time they were awfully quiet like this, two things really happened.
Okay.
Donovan Mitchell ended up from Utah to Cleveland.
All right.
And James Harden, in a blink of an eye, was a Cavalier. Darius Garland out of town.
It's true.
So it makes me think, Chad Bryan,
All right.
that the Cleveland Cavaliers are talking to the Boston Celtics about Jason Tatum. And here's why.
Okay.
If you're Jason Tatum, you have to think where his head's at. Sure, he may have signed off on the deal with Jaylen Brown and said, you know what, this is just it, too much. But with the reports coming out that Jaylen Brown never requested a trade out of Boston, and the current construction of the Boston Celtics lineup, Mitchell Robinson now at the 5, you have Tatum obviously in that lineup, Derek White, you have Peyton Pritchard, who they're expecting a Jalen Brunson-type leap. We'll see how that goes, and Mike Conley. Okay. That team sounds to me like a team that would be a second-round exit at best. Maybe they eke their way to a Eastern Conference Finals, but Jason Tatum isn't getting any younger. He's coming off of a pretty serious injury where he was able to rebound and play a little bit of basketball to help the Celtics as much as he could. He's 28. He'll be 29 next March.
Okay.
Now, I'm not a mathematician. Last time I checked, however, 29 is you're about to kind of finish off your prime. You have about 3-4 years left of your true prime. Would you rather spend it in Boston where you've already won a championship, but now you are missing the best player alongside you? And now your best player alongside you is Paul George, who is 36 years old. And let's keep in mind, Paul George is going to be 37 by the time the playoffs roll around next year. This isn't the Cavaliers where they brought in James Harden and tried to make it happen. And you know what? Whatever, it didn't work. The Celtics are methodical with what they're doing. The Celtics also have 7 first-rounders they can move in a trade if they would like, because I know they've been linked to other big moves, or maybe they go out and make a big move. No, folks, I think we got it all wrong. I think the Celtics are about to tear this thing down, and nobody's expecting it. The Jaylen Brown was the first move, but the Celtics, you got to remember too, their ownership right now is not even technically the Celtics own obviously the Celtics, right? The ownership is there. However, they have other people involved in this, private equity groups that are very about their money and everything like that. So with that being said, I did the math through the trade machine.
Okay.
Donovan Mitchell and Max Strus, along with obviously a ton of picks, everything you have, open the cabinet, would work for Jason Tatum.
Okay.
Evan Mobley and Max Strus, open up the cabinet for picks, would get Jason Tatum.
Okay.
It makes sense through the trade machine. Now, I understand. Let's pull it away from the trade machine for a moment here. Why would the Celtics want to do that trade? Well, if you're the Celtics, you understand two things. One, you've already accomplished a championship with those two guys, and now you've moved off of Jaylen Brown. So you do not have that nucleus that you were trying to run with for the foreseeable future. If you're the Celtics, you also see Jason Tatum coming off an injury. You nursed him in Game 7. You want to see how he rebounds. And again, 29 is not super old, but you start to feel the wear and tear of a body. And with the Celtics owning all those first-round draft picks right now, and Paul George being his running mate, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for him to stay there. It seems to me as if the Celtics are positioning themselves to be in a position where instead of being at 1 to 3, they're in that 4 to 9 range in the draft picks, where they can get a top draft pick still be in position. Paul George at 36 still gives you that. Mitchell Robinson and those guys, you take Jason Tatum out of the equation, they still are a bad team, but just bad enough where they can be in that position to get a top draft pick.
Okay.
And for the Cavaliers, this is the only thing you have left to do. If you want LeBron James in town, he's not coming alone. He's not. The idea that he's going to come in here and he's just going to rock and roll, not happening. So if you're the Cavaliers, and from everything I'm feeling, from the reports from Brian Winters, that he just doesn't have the energy to talk about it, and all the quietness from the Cavaliers and what Boston's going through, it seems like Boston is in, let's just be bad enough where we can at least get a top draft pick, and let's get some draft picks and build around whatever our next piece is, our next cornerstone. So if you're the Celtics, you probably don't look as much at Donovan Mitchell. I know some fans want Donovan Mitchell out of town. I understand that. I don't think the Celtics are looking for that. Donovan Mitchell is around the same age as Jason Tatum. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? However, Evan Mobley has been somebody that's linked to the Boston Celtics, and he is somebody that would restart their timeline, essentially, right? Their timeline. He would completely give them a strong front court with him and Robinson. And now the Celtics can position themselves in the next few drafts to bring in the next backcourt for their team for the foreseeable future. They've accomplished a championship. Did they want 2, 3, 4? Sure. But I think now, based off the injury the last year previously, and where Jason Tatum's probably got to be feeling, because I know some people are like, well, Jason Tatum hasn't come out and said anything about Jaylen Brown or this. You wonder, did he want this to happen? Because talking with others here on the network, Jason Tatum may have signed off on the move or whatever. I don't think he did.
Okay.
I think he's just as disgruntled as Jaylen Brown is, despite Jaylen Brown being in Philly and having a fresh start. And I think very soon we will see a fresh start for Jason Tatum. Expect Evan Mobley, Max Strus, and all the picks you can think of going Boston's way, and the Cavaliers landing Jason Tatum. You're going to be seeing a lineup of James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, LeBron James, who then comes home because of this move, a groundbreaking move, Jason Tatum, and Jared Allen. It may not have any steam in terms of the national media, and that's exactly why I feel the way I do, Chad. Because why are reporters that are any other time, Brian Windhorst and these guys are going to reference, hey, they're talking about this and this, and this is what's going to happen. To not have the energy, I have a hard time believing this is just for Trey Murphy or for Jonathan Kuminga. All due respect to those guys. I have a hard time believing it's just one of those moves. And sure, maybe Windhorst is just talking about LeBron. And you know what, folks? I'm a man. I'll wear the egg on my face. I've done it before. I am not opposed to it. But everything in my body is telling me that the Cavaliers are making a big move. They have no other choice. The draft picks don't matter right now. What matters is trying to secure a championship in the Donovan Mitchell era. And if the Cavaliers are committed to Donovan Mitchell, which they've been very outspoken and talking about that for seasons, not so much Evan Mobley, but Donovan Mitchell, and they made the big move, it makes all the sense in the world. Boston gets a young cornerstone in Evan Mobley. They get a shooter with Max Strus to still be competitive if they'd like to be, but they know that they're also getting draft picks. And they're going to be in a position to rebuild immediately with their number 4 in Evan Mobley. Jason Tatum gets a chance to be on a championship-level team once again, immediately. Gets to play high-level basketball. He's not going to be asked to be superstar, even though he will be, because you have LeBron, Donovan, and James Harden there. And then, when LeBron decides to retire, in this hypothetical where LeBron would come home, Jason Tatum's your star. Okay. You can have conversations about Donovan, but it positions you, if you're the Cavaliers, to have somebody after the Donovan Mitchell offseason that we're wondering what it looks like. He has not signed an extension. So if you're the Cavaliers, this is essentially protecting your future too. It brings LeBron in the door because no other move, I think, gets it going like a Jason Tatum move. And again, super unexpected. Nobody's thinking about it.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't you? He's the only star on that team left right now. Do you think he wants to play second-round basketball for the rest of his prime? Because right now, the Celtics are in a spot where that's what it's going to be. But if he comes here to Cleveland, he immediately gets to play with LeBron, who, again, he does have love for LeBron. He's mentioned that before. I mean, who doesn't in the league? But he wants to go rock with LeBron, and then he becomes the guy in Cleveland. And if Donovan Mitchell decides to walk, your future is protected in Cleveland.
Okay. There is one thing that you said in there that I do agree with. The Cavs don't have much of a choice. They have to do something big, right? And wasn't there, maybe I'm totally mistaken on this, but wasn't there a lot of speculation that Boston was going to kind of tear it down last offseason? Not this past one, but the one before? Didn't we think that, like, Boston had no chance to hold this team together for very long? We kind of thought they were going to start tearing it down, didn't we? Maybe this is it. I don't know. I mean, listen, a lot of what you said makes a little bit of sense. I didn't mean that to sound as insulting as it did, but I thought it was going to be a crazy, crazy take. And it's pretty crazy. But I mean, as you're saying it, I'm like, Eli, okay, some of these things make sense. If we've already been talking about Boston, maybe tearing it down and rebuilding a little bit, maybe this is the time. I mean, when the chemistry goes right in the locker room, we've only got 12 guys in there. This isn't like an NFL locker room where you've got 53 guys, a couple of guys with a problem, you ship them out, whatever. When you've got 12 guys and there's a chemistry problem, it affects everybody pretty quickly. You know what I mean? It spreads very, very quickly just through a small amount of guys like that. So maybe there is something to it. Maybe you're right.
They are asking quite a lot out of Jason Tatum, who would be in his first full season back from injury. Reminder, he came back the last couple of months to gear up for the playoff run. You'd be asking a lot out of 29-year-old Jason Tatum. You'd be asking a lot out of these other guys. Mitchell Robinson is a fine player. Don't get me wrong. An NBA champion with the New York Knicks. Mike Conley, a great career all across the
How do you think he
NBA.
feels, by the way, signing there and then watching this happen? Like all the pieces just falling off. Like, wait, what?
Here's the thing. I feel like the Celtics are making these moves to be just competitive enough to be in that range with the new lottery to get a top draft pick. They can't bottom all the way out, Chad, or they're not going to be in position to get that top draft pick.
Yeah, you're right.
Or they're less likely to. So we've talked about this for the last few months where teams are going to be bad, but good enough where they're not bad. And this, Paul George at 36 years old, and we know what Paul George does in the playoffs. So if you're really, here's the scary thing. I know we got to go to break here in a little bit. Here's the scary thing. If you're the Boston Celtics and this is actually like it, and you just believe Paul George is going to guide you to some sort of relevancy playoff-wise with Jason Tatum, I got news for you, Boston fans. Bad news. It's not going to happen. It's just not. So
he's just as likely to play 25 games.
Exactly. And I feel like this, Chad. I feel like Boston is positioning themselves for life after Jason Tatum. Think about it. Mike Conley at the point. They're expecting a Jalen Brunson-esque run out of Peyton Pritchard.
How do you expect that, by the way?
Why would all these comments be coming out in these reports about the other guys? We haven't heard anything about Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
We haven't heard anything about how he feels. We haven't heard anything about how he slots in or how they're going to build a team around Jason Tatum. So
it's fair.
Usually you would find out how the star player feels. But there's been quiet out of Jason Tatum. There's been quiet out of the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
And I just have a tough time believing the Cavaliers aren't working on something. Again, they were talking to Jaylen Brown. There's reports out there, the Celtics, about Jaylen Brown. They were having conversations. There's reports out there the Cavaliers were interested. Yeah. I don't think they were just interested in Jaylen Brown. I think they asked a question. I think Kobe Altman, when he picked up that telephone and said, hey, is Jaylen Brown available? I think he also, when they said, yeah, but we're, hey, by the way, is Jason Tatum available? There's been reports that came out earlier today that he's untradeable. Okay, that's fine. We've heard that before.
Yeah.
And I truly believe the Cavaliers have the opportunity to get this done and bring in one more time a star-studded lineup around LeBron that ensures you at least relevancy after he is gone. All these other moves, Anthony Davis. Okay, what's Anthony Davis going to do when LeBron retires? Probably go look for somewhere else to go.
Yeah, you would think.
What are these other guys going to do that really impact the game? And I just have a tough time believing it. All due respect to Jonathan Kuminga, that Jonathan Kuminga is the big move the Cavaliers are going out and doing this offseason. They're going out and they're getting Jason Tatum. You heard it here first from me. This is not, Chad is not, he may not double down on this with me. That's okay. I will wear this one.
All right.
But all I ask is when I'm right, folks, you come see me, you make sure you like, follow, subscribe, Inside Edge Net, and you continue to rock out with us. Jason Tatum will be a Cavalier this offseason.
All right.
So,
all right.
That's
we'll
what we got.
Yeah.
That's what we got. That's what we got. I had to get that off my chest here. I've been thinking about it all day.
It's more intriguing than Jonathan Kuminga. Again, no offense, no shade. It's a more intriguing situation. It's a more intriguing move. So yeah, let's keep an eye on it. We'll see. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. Bold take. I like it.
We're gonna see. Okay. I got a good feeling about it. Again,
I'll be surprised, but I will definitely not be shocked now because you have prepared me for what may or may not happen. But we'll see. We'll see.
And the last thing I'll leave you with. James Harden's waiting for LeBron to figure out his money situation. LeBron's been very open, or the reports that he's going to take the veteran minimum or a team-friendly deal.
Yeah.
It's almost like you have to make the cap space work with another big contract. I don't know. Jason Tatum getting paid $58 million a year. Almost like you'd have to make that work.
Sure.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see. All right, folks. Hot and heavy to start off your Thursday. We are rocking with you, and we got a lot more to give you. Earlier today, we sat down, and you'll know it's earlier today because you saw the shining light behind me. But earlier today, we sat down with a busy guy, our guy, Ben Bales of the Sports Show with No Name, and our World Cup expert, our soccer guy. We wanted to get his take on the World Cup, what this means for Team USA. Balogun, I mean, my goodness, that red card was egregious. Still seeing stuff on social media today. We're going to sit down and talk to Ben. We're going to figure out what is going on with Team USA, with the World Cup, and all of that when we come back, and then we're going to dive into the comments. But this is Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. That's Chad Bryant. Am I right? You're right. Everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. I'm not crazy. I'm just preparing you. We're back after this.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Keon Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Keon Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keonsports.com or on YouTube at Keon Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
Welcome back to Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryan usually is to my right, your right, everybody's right. But sometimes he's stuck in the middle with all of you out there. He is to my middle, and he's not playing the fiddle, because to our right, your right, everybody's right, is our World Cup and soccer expert, friend of the program, Ben Bales. And he's here back with us, here to talk some World Cup. We're going to find out how he's faring here in this heat wave and a whole lot more. We are happy to have Ben back. Ben, I got to be honest, man. We spent a lot of time yesterday, Chad and I. We put our two brains together to try to figure this out. Like, hey, how do we talk about the World Cup at an expert level? And we came up with red cards are bad, goals are good, USA plays again, and a little bit more. We figured, let's get on the phone with Ben. Let's figure it out. Again, Ben Bales here with us from the sports show that has no name. They are rocking and rolling, him and Chad. But we wanted to bring him back on here to get some expert analysis on the World Cup. We'll get into that in a second. But Ben, first off, man, it is hot. How are you doing?
Good. Hot. Sweating. Just about anything I do. Don't want to leave my apartment. I walk outside, my glasses fog up. I can't see.
Yeah, then how are you going to learn to play the fiddle? Yeah, you can't do that. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Ben, we've been trying to break it all down, Chad and I. Like I said, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. Our guy Double A on Midnight Run broke down the World Cup and what that means for the MLS and that momentum. We see you rocking your USA there. Talk to us, first off, we'll get into the World Cup in a grand scale here in a moment. Talk to us about Team USA. Bosnia, the matchup there yesterday, they get the 2-0 victory. But a few things to kind of take away. Balogun had a goal. I mean, he rocked out. He should have had 2 after that offside call. I was like, ah. But, after all that, him getting the red card, now he can't play against Belgium. Ben, what did you take away from this game yesterday?
We started slow, super slow. But it's one of those things where, you could tell that, like talent-wise and, mechanically, you could tell that we were the better team. Because Bosnia had, I think it was 7 touches in our box in the entire game, and they played the last 30 minutes up a man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you could tell that finally when Balogun got going and started getting physical, and you could tell that it was only time before he scored. And now the red card, don't even get me started. That it's a bad challenge. He shouldn't have done it, but at the same time, right? Chad, I'll have to send you a picture. Maybe you guys can put it in the show somehow. Messi had the exact same play. There's an exact same play on Gio Reyna. There's an exact same play on Christian Pulisic. And there's an exact same play in another game. Not a single one was a red card. But then the Florian Balogun one is a red card.
Do we know where the officiating crew is? I mean, it's in college football, it was an SEC officiating crew.
I will say this. The official in 2023 was investigated for match fixing, handing out illegal red cards. But now he was found not guilty because they couldn't provide concrete evidence that he was doing it. But he was investigated for match fixing, including handing out red cards.
Huh. Something tells me he texted Emmanuel Classe after that and was like, got away with it.
No. Too soon, Chad. Still too soon.
All right.
I mean, and to add on the Chad's point, what you brought up there, Ben, this is a big loss for this next game, our next match for USA. Balogun has been you brought it up on our last time talking with you about how he's an electric striker, somebody the USA hasn't had on this team in really forever. It feels like at least, most of our young lives, and we can't really remember somebody like this. Now, Balogun, you're seeing the red card. What does this mean for Team USA's approach against Belgium? A very solid team. Is this the Christian Pulisic game we've all been waiting for? I know he's had sparks and flashes, and it's his team, but I'm going to be honest, my friend. As a casual soccer guy who's watching Balogun do what he's doing in the praise and everything around him, it feels like this is his team, and we just lost the captain of Team USA for our round of 16 matchup. What does this mean for Pulisic? What does this mean for Team USA against Belgium?
So, I'll put this in basketball terms, right? People say Kevin Durant is arguably the greatest scorer ever just because of how tall he is. You can get to any spot. He can shoot from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That Flo Balogun is like Kevin Durant. Okay. Flo Balogun is he's a pure striker. He wants to put the ball in the back of the net. Christian Pulisic is like your LeBron James. He makes everybody around him better. Okay. It doesn't matter. You look at all of our critical chances we had yesterday, all started from Christian Pulisic, beating 1 or 2 guys, getting inside and, creating a chance. And now he doesn't have to score against Belgium, but Christian Pulisic has to play one of the best games he's ever played if we want a chance to beat Belgium. And it's one of those ones where he's one of those guys where all he needs is that one chance to put a ball in the back of the net and the whole momentum shifts. I will say this, though. The resiliency we showed last night, going down 10 men with 35 minutes left. When you play with 10 men, a lot of times it's just defend, and hope you don't give up a chance and hope you don't give up a goal. Mm-hmm. Us, on the other hand, it was defend. As soon as you got your opportunity, it's a counterattack. And you saw what happened. We got a foul right outside the box. And I will say this, one of the unsung heroes of our team, Malik Tillman. Everybody remember that name, Malik Tillman. He will be, come the next World Cup in 2030, he will be a key player for this Team USA team. He is one of the most underrated players that we have on our team. If we want to beat Belgium, you need Christian Pulisic to trigger Captain America like he did in 2022. You need Weston McKennie, and you need Malik Tillman to do all your dirty work. You need those 3 to just be your engines and just keep on running and get all the dirty work done for us.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me ask you real quick. I just a lot of people didn't expect us to get this far, right? As a country, as a team. Do we? I mean, and again, casual soccer fan watching, who felt like last night when the red card, it's like we just lost Jordan for the next game, right? You made me feel a little bit better. The Durant, LeBron, I like that. That sounds like some soccer IQ on the field. I can take that.
Yeah.
But does the U.S. have a realistic chance? I mean, now that they're in the round, I mean, anything can happen, right? You talk about the baseball playoffs. We just talked about it yesterday on the show. You get in and anything can happen. Is it like that in the World Cup, or do they have a legitimate chance at this point? I mean, how do we going into this?
I will say this I talked about this last time I was on.
Mm-hmm.
If you had told me before the World Cup that we were going to win our group, top our group, and show this kind of level of soccer after the friendlies we played, I would have told you you're crazy and Pochettino's out after the World Cup.
Okay.
Now, I want Pochettino re-signed to lead us into the 2030 World Cup, because if he does, we'll be one of the favorites going in. Now, do we have a chance against Belgium? Yes, we do.
Okay.
But from here on out, USA is the true underdogs.
Okay.
Like, you're not favored. If you win this game, you play either Spain or Portugal if they both win.
Okay.
Then you got to play. Either, I think it's either like Argentina or Morocco, and then in the final you could face Mexico if they make it. So it's like from here on out, there's no easy matchups unless somebody gets upset.
Wow.
And it's one of those things when, like I said, all you need from Christian Pulisic is you don't need him to be great for the next 4 games. You need the best version of Christian Pulisic for this one game against Belgium, because if you can survive this game, you get Florian Balogun back for the round of 8, and then we're firing on all cylinders.
Wouldn't it be a nice 250th birthday present for America to win the World Cup? Wouldn't that be great?
Like I said, I'll be in Toronto for the World Cup final, but if USA is in the World Cup final, I don't care what I'm doing. My eyes are glued to that World Cup final, and I will be the loudest. I'll be rooting for USA as loud as I possibly can.
That's going to be a very big TV night. Sorry.
Yeah, you're A-okay, Chad. I was going to say, Ben, we will definitely be calling you, so hopefully you have your laptop and everything ready with you, because we will be getting you on for a World Cup final breakdown.
Yes.
Because you've been helping navigate us, and for the Inside Edge Primetime, the Inside Edge Network fans out there, everybody tuning in right now, you have been an absolute delight, to be honest, for lack of better words, a delight for what we've learned. Chad and I can pick up the Durant and LeBron thing. Okay, basketball. Okay, we shoot hoops, so we got it.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about another underdog. You brought up, if there's not an underdog upset, Team USA is going to have some challenges. Now, I was out to dinner the other night with Papa Moon, and we saw Germany fall to Paraguay, and that was a big upset. Germany, a 4-time World Cup winner. Ben, how much of a chance, and let's go international for a moment, the whole scale of things, how much of a chance does Paraguay have to make a deep run? Are they like the Sweet 16, or excuse me, the 16 seed that got in and made a little bit of a run? Are they the Cinderella story, or is this thing kind of done after this round?
I told you guys last time, coming into the World Cup qualifying, Paraguay had only given up 10 goals in all of World Cup qualifying.
Okay.
Yeah.
And USA scored 4 in one game against them, right? And you look at their game against Germany. Right, they scored early and were up 1-0 for a majority of that game, and they only gave up 1 goal, and they end up winning on penalty kicks. Right, that's the type of game Paraguay wants you to play. Right, Paraguay's perfectly content sitting back, tying 0-0, taking it to penalty kicks, and taking their chances on penalty kicks. Now, do they have a chance of making a run? Of course they do, but they got to get through France.
Yeah.
And France has Kylian Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele, who just won the Ballon d'Or, and Michael Olise, who has 30 assists on the year, which hasn't been done in a year since Messi. So if they're able to find a way to beat France, yes, I think Paraguay could make a run. But it's one of those, like, looking at the bracket now, like we'd have to face France in like the semifinals to even have a chance of making it to the final.
Yeah, and that's what scares me. And I know Chad's got another question or two here for you as well. I guess one of my last questions to you is, like, with all these stars in this league, or in this World Cup, you have Mbappe, who I've definitely enjoyed watching him over the last few weeks playing here. And then you have, of course, what many think is the GOAT with Lionel Messi. You have Ronaldo, getting involved here now and then. You have these guys, and you have Team USA. You mentioned Pulisic, you mentioned Balogun. I mean, do you feel like there's a turning of the tide, like a passing of the torch moment? Because Messi, it seems like this may be his last World Cup. Is there a turning of the tide where another star, whether it is Mbappe, who's in prime position right now, or one of these USA guys, if the USA makes a run, is this a passing of the torch moment you feel in this World Cup? Is that the vibe you're getting?
I don't think so, because you look, Messi's leading the Golden Boot race at 39 years old. Yeah. I mean, coming into this World Cup, I don't think anybody expected him to do what he's doing.
Yeah.
And like I told my dad, I said it'd be like like somebody said, like Messi's whole goal was to win a World Cup for Argentina because he loves his country. He did that in 2022. That was his last dance. Now it's just him getting to show the world that, hey, I can still play with these guys at 39 years old. Like, it's like the whole thing, like 2022 was his year. This is just his last dance. Like, he doesn't care how far he goes. He just wants to give people one last glimpse of, hey, I'm 39, but I can still do it.
Yeah. And that should give light to one Chad. Brian, I'll hand it to you, Chad. But at 47, that reminds you that you can also join the World Cup and get a few goals.
I knew you were going to say it. Hey, I'm at the age like Messi. I just hope both teams have a good time, man. That's all. That's where I'm at right now. Ben, I got to ask you this. I'm listening to you. We talked about France and just everybody, all the names. Maybe not so much for 2026 because we're a little behind. But for the 2030 World Cup, do you think that there is a way to make some money with a World Cup pronunciation guide? Can we get like an official, like how to pronounce everyone's name? It'll just be like an alphabetical list. Can we do that? Can we work on that together? Or no?
I think there's ones online, actually. I'm not even kidding.
Too late. I knew it.
God dang it. We had $1 million idea, Ben, and we lost it just there in 2 seconds.
There it is.
Well, back to the drawing board.
Copyright lawyer. Jeez.
Yeah, we're back to the drawing board. No, I love it. I love it. Chad, I mean, I know we've been thinking about this. Ben, I want to ask you, because our guy Double A, who does Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network, he'll be on in a few hours here actually tonight, breaking down a lot. And he talked about something interesting yesterday, which is Major League Soccer. A lot of times it gets brushed under the rug. As us casual soccer fans, we forget that we have a Major League Soccer here in the United States of America. And a lot of times it kind of gets forgotten about. Maybe it's because of the lack of World Cup recognition and these big moments, these big star moments. But MLS, they have that deal with Apple TV that hasn't really been working out for them, as Double A alluded to yesterday, and other things. It seems like there's a lack of getting that interest. Do you feel, it's a two-part question for you, do you feel, A, that this World Cup right now with what the USA has done has built enough momentum for people to tune in there? And B, if not, how can MLS, Major League Soccer, bring more eyes to the American product, the American league, where American fans can be more hip to who's going to be in the 2030 World Cup. So we're not like, man, this Balogun guy's amazing. Where'd he come from? And, you know, we would have known that going forward if we would have been in MLS and around the leagues.
The thing with it is, like, we're never going to be as big over in Europe because soccer's not our sport.
Okay.
And it's soccer, not football.
Yeah, you're right.
But, like, in Europe, like, it's like I've said before to Chad, like, if our best athletes grew up with a soccer ball at their feet, when I say this, I mean nobody in the world is beating Team USA, right? Like how are you going to stop 6'8" LeBron James at striker? Like,
I mean, that's a great point. Yeah.
Like, and like, how are you going to stop 6'6" Michael Phelps up top at striker?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If all of our greatest athletes ever grew up with a soccer ball at their feet, we would have been one of the best soccer countries in the world. But we have baseball, we have basketball, we have football. You know, we have all these different sports. And I just think that it's not – and the thing is, like, people think, oh, the MLS is a bad league. I don't think the MLS is a bad league. If you go and look at it, right, if you play really, really well in the MLS, you were going to get a contract in Europe, right? Like, just a few names from the Columbus Crew, right? Aiden Morris, 18-year-old homegrown kid from the Crew. He's playing in Middlesbrough now over in Europe. Cucho Hernandez came from Europe to the MLS, had back-to-back 20-goal seasons. He's playing over in Spain now, right? Like, you got all these guys that develop here and then go over and play overseas. And it's like, the thing to make the United States better, though, is we have to keep encouraging these young players that if they get a chance to go play overseas, to go play overseas. Okay. They can't just be content with staying in the MLS. Like I said, the MLS isn't a bad league at all. But, like, they can't be just content with saying, oh, I'm just going to, I don't want to leave my family, so I'm just going to stay in the United States. There's a name that should have been the heart and soul of United States soccer for years, Darlington Nagbe. For you casual soccer fans, go look him up online, when you guys are done listening to this. Darlington Nagbe is one of the best midfielders to ever grace an MLS pitch. He's a 4-time MLS Cup champion. And he should have been the heart and soul of our team, but he just didn't want to leave it. He just didn't want to leave the United States. He didn't want to leave his family. Like, he had chances to play in Europe, had chances to play for Team USA. He just didn't want to leave his family. He wanted to stay close to his family. And like I said, I mean, I don't blame him. But at the same time, like, it's one of the things, like, if we're going to compete at a higher level and be consistently, we have to keep sending guys over to Europe and getting guys to play in Europe.
Do you think there's ever a chance of like the NFL is trying to go global, right? They want a team eventually based somewhere overseas, wherever that is. I don't know. But at least a team based out of the country that, not Canada or Mexico, but, overseas, like I said. Is there ever a chance? I mean, I don't know that any European leagues would ever see an advantage to it, but do you think there's ever a chance of there being like a worldwide soccer league? I mean, I know we have the World Cup every 4 years, and that's clearly world. But I mean, like just a league,
No, because one, travel would be like, you could have a team going to, say they got to fly to Spain to face a 4th division team, and then on Wednesday they got to fly all the way back and play a game on Wednesday in the United States, and then fly back over to Europe. It's just it would be a lot easier. It'd be a lot easier if we were closer, like in Europe.
Yeah,
you could have like all these teams from all over into one league, and it'd be kind of easier. It's like when like a bunch of players from over in Europe, when Christian Pulisic was on AC Milan, they came over to LA for like a friendly, and like, yo, you got to tell us some good spots to eat in LA. He's like, I'm from Hershey, Pennsylvania. He's like, I'm not from LA, but they don't like they can't grasp how far apart like our states are.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm from Hershey, Pennsylvania. I'm not from Los Angeles. He's like, I don't really know.
I know where to get a good chocolate bar. I mean, that's
yeah.
For me. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Ben,
I think in that case, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just think in that case, we would be the outlier. Like we would be the one team, whereas like the bulk of the league would be in Europe. But yeah, I get you.
Absolutely.
Travel.
No, absolutely. Yeah. You know what? If we could just get a time travel machine, Ben, where we send Chad B in, we send him in there every Wednesday. We send him in the time. I know you've seen the show where he gets in black and white, and it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. And every week I get in trouble with the Bryant household, but.
And diesel's so expensive. It would be, that's a lot of time travel. Yeah.
Crazy. All right, Ben, I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to now give up the floor to Chad if he has one more for you. I'm going to put you on the spot here, though. We're in the round of 16. We pretty much got the teams, for the most part, like settled in here, ready to rock. I'm going to put you on the spot because probably the next time we have you on with how the teams kind of play in the battles, we're going to be close to the Final Four.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this. Putting you on the spot, who are your Final Four? What is your prediction? I know it's hard to map out. There could be an upset here, an upset there. Who gets to the Final Four of the World Cup?
I'm going to say...
And look, I know we slipped you a $50 bill before to say USA. Just take that out the window. We'll just, I'm
going to say France, Argentina.
Okay.
I'm going to say France, Argentina, England. And you know what? I truly believe I'm going to say United States.
All right.
Okay. Look, and just to be clear, no $50 bill was given, folks. No.
It was 2 20s and a 10. It was
It's one of those things when it's like, like you look at that run USA Hockey went on right at the Olympics, right? Won a gold medal, right? You look at that 1984 Lake Placid team that won a gold medal. And it's one of those things when it's like, they all said, like, why not us? Why can't we be the ones to, to change the culture of this sport in America? And this group for USA has that ability to, hey, look what happens when you truly believe and you truly care about your sport. Like you can, right now, talking about having an entire country on your back. Right now, this USA team has the entire country on their back, and they're representing us the best they can. And I will say this, your fans are good when our coach, who's from Argentina, is singing "Country Roads, Take Me Home" after you beat Bosnia and advance to the round of 16.
Yeah.
Right.
When you have a coach who's from Argentina and he's singing "Country Roads, Take Me Home,"
singing John, nothing wrong with that.
With his players, you can't tell me that he doesn't want this as much as the players want it.
No, you're
absolutely
right.
And I think that's what helps. It's the famous scene from Miracle, when Herb Brooks is in the locker room and he flips the table, right? It's that same thing when it's like when he has that same passion. It's hard for the players to not have that same passion and be like, look, if he's this passionate about it, why can't we be this passionate about it? And it's back to what I talked about with Clint Dempsey saying, hey, they might be more talented, but we had better passion. And like I told my dad, I said, this is the first time from this group, this core, Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, Sergiño Dest, that I have seen this amount of passion from these three guys. And I mean, Chad, we've talked about adrenaline and passion can go a long way in sports. I mean, Eli, you know that too from playing sports. Like passion,
channel it, yeah, absolutely.
Passion can go a long way, and that's what I said. You don't need Christian Pulisic to be great for 4 games. You need him for this one game against Belgium with Balogun out. If Christian Pulisic can provide you with, hey, I still got some Captain America left in me. Yeah. Let's go get this. Let's go get this done. And then you get Balogun back for the round of 8. That's why I'm saying, if you beat Belgium and you get Balogun back, this USA team has got a chance to make it to the Final Four.
Okay. All right. Absolutely. Right. Chad, do you have any more for our guy, Ben?
No. Listen, the USA in the Final Four, that's perfect. I can't end it better than that. That's perfect. Yeah.
That's absolutely. No, I love it. Ben, we appreciate you. Of course, you check out Sports Show with No Name, Chad and Ben rocking out there. We enjoy having Ben on. That is going to be more of an occurrence, not only here through the World Cup. We're going to get him back on here when the Final Four is settled, if not sooner. And we're going to have a World Cup final preview, hopefully with Team USA in it. And then we'll have Ben on throughout the MLS season as well, because if anybody's going to help shine light on the MLS and soccer, it'll be the Inside Edge Network here, and we'll do it with the help of our guy Ben Bales, who we appreciate joining us here on Inside Edge Primetime. Ben, guess what? You're back here for a second time. That means you're officially a friend of the program.
There we go.
You're invited to Thanksgiving. You can come rock out with us, and yes, we appreciate you, man.
The best part is you have to go to the merch shop and buy a jacket. That's your thing.
You have to buy a jacket. That's the rule.
That's your reward for this. So.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Ben, we appreciate you. Make sure you follow Ben. You see the handle there at bbales_9. If you want some great soccer knowledge, just knowledge of sports in general, Ben definitely is going to provide that. We'll have him back on here, and we'll see if his prediction's right. But we all got some research to do. That's our guy, Ben Bales. Chad and I are going to take a quick pause. When we come back, we are going to get into a lot more, because there's a lot here in the sports world. We're still trying to connect all the dots with NBA free agency and everything else. We'll get into all that here when we come back on Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Don't go anywhere.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at monstermomentsphotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. monstermomentsphotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Have you ever seen lightning before, folks? Because that's how fast we're about to be. We're back, Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. We have just a few minutes before the Daily Spiral, but we have some more fun to get into. Chad Bryant, am I right? You're right. Everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. We're back in the saddle, on the saddle, saddle adjacent. Having a ton of fun. Big shout out to Ben Bales, our soccer expert, getting us hip on the World Cup. And we appreciate all of you for tuning in and rocking with us. We're far from over, with you till 1 in the morning with the Daily Spiral and Midnight Run. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow at InsideEdgeNet on all of the socials. Make sure you go check out the website, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Read about your favorite personalities. Check out our great partners page and go get something nice at the merch store. And check us out on Roku, Inside Edge Network app on Roku. Now, Chad, here's the fun thing. Real quick.
Yes.
If Autumn's going to be ready at 11. If
Okay.
she's ready a minute or two before, she will just join what we're about to
Okay.
do. She has no
But it's
idea.
not longer than it's longer until I fail the quiz.
Yes,
You know that, right?
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, just making sure. Okay.
Chad, it's time for you to shine, buddy. What do we got here to end our Thursday/Friday? time?
Well, first of all, thank you to Ben, because we could watch the action on the field, but we'd be totally lost trying to talk about it without him. So we appreciate him.
yes.
And second, here we are. We had Matt Wentz on the show this week. We talked about the heat wave, right? And I thought about all the comments that he gets sometimes, and just meteorologists in general get when they predict the weather. They do nothing more than predict the weather, right? Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong, but they always want to keep them informed and warned, and just whatever, ahead of the game. So I went into some meteorologist comments, and this is all in the same post, Eli. I wish I could tell you. This was just about the impending heat wave. This was one particular meteorologist. I'm not going to name that person, but
It's got to be normal. This got to be normal.
this is it's totally normal. They're all on point. So let's get started right now because it's time to go in the comments very quickly. Again, a post about the impending heat wave. Stay safe. Heat warning from whatever. This person says, seniors, Verizon adds phones to your bill without your permission.
Oh, no.
I mean,
Oh, no.
good warning. We don't want the seniors getting scammed. Not exactly on topic. But that's okay, because I'm sure the next comment, again, on a post about the impending heat wave, just warning people to, take frequent breaks in the shade, in the air conditioning, whatever you can do to stay cool and safe. Wow. What about lions as pet? Says that person.
It's a very understandable question, Chad.
Yeah.
How else are you about to fight off the heat wave except for the lion?
You got to have a lion. That's the only way that you can do that. Everybody knows that, especially this person.
Hey, I wasn't lying. It's hot out here.
Hey, nobody's lying about that. But that's okay. We don't know about lions as pet. I think there's a whole process. You got to go through some paperwork. But this guy's on it. He says, just make sure team back tonight. Love sunglasses at night. Yeah, at $1.99 B. One more B. Some kitty bows, 4 bags, Starburst B.
Somebody had a few Bloody Marys at their resort.
Well, maybe, but he wasn't done. Same guy. Swear to God. This pose B, you can tell. The writing style is similar. Intruder says, sundress overhead. Sees green bugs peeping out B. Stiff until done, Mug B.
Mug B, maybe that's like his accomplice.
Maybe. Mug B. Yeah,
Mug B.
I like that as a rap name.
Is he Pose B? Is he Pose B?
This Pose B, the intruder says. The intruder named him Pose B.
Yeah, stiff until done, Mug B. Your move, Mug B.
I mean, we're selling chairs that people's bones have sat. I don't know what's going on in the comments anymore, man. Some people are just maybe, it seems like they maybe don't catch the gist of what's happening, Eli. This person says, honestly, it sounds like you're going through a really tough time, and I'm here for you. Would love to hear more about what's going on later if you're up to talking about it.
Oh, that's a sweetheart.
That's great. That's fantastic.
That's a sweetheart.
And some people don't exactly know what's going on, but they're very direct and to the point, and I can respect that. Eli, this is the last one we've got. This fella said, the problem with most people in here, they watch the show that I have, and they think that I'm everybody that was shown in the videos. So now I have to take all of them handicaps because these people don't know that it's a show about everyone, not me. What you need to understand is as when a man is trying to help other men, he only has to help the ones that need it. So I'm going to be me right here and tell you that I want a 50-year-old woman with no kids. End of story.
A man wants what a man wants. Okay, I can't tell you. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Hold on. And she is here. We warned the people that she would tune in. She's joining us here. Is she ready? Give me the thumbs up if you're ready down there, Autumn, because we're bringing you in here.
There it is.
Autumn.
What did I just read? Did I just have a stroke? What's going on?
No idea. You want me to put it back up?
Please put it back up.
Can I read it? Can I read it this time?
Yeah, you do it this time.
Okay, all right, ready. The problem, Autumn, here we go. This is called In the Comments with InsideEdge Primetime. The problem with most people in here, they watch a show that I have, maybe InsideEdge Primetime, and they think that I'm everybody that was shown in the video. So now I have to take all of them handicaps because these people don't know that it's a show about everyone, not me. What you need to understand is as when a man is trying to help other men.
Try to help other men.
Only has to help the ones that need it.
That's
so I'm
the
going to be
only
me
one
right
that
here.
knows, yep.
And I'm going to tell you that I want a 50-year-old woman with no kids. End of story.
What the
Bring us
fuck
back,
is going
Chad.
on? No, for real. Am I having a stroke? What was that even about?
I truly don't know. Those were comments in one post about this heat wave from one meteorologist. Autumn, that was
about the heat wave?
Yeah. Well,
Did you see any of the others when you were popping in?
I saw the one before that, but if honestly,
seniors,
Watch out.
Verizon adds phones to your bill without your permission.
Yeah, and they're going to do it during the heat wave because you're not out there at the Verizon store to catch them.
what's going on? You know what? This heat wave is making everybody go insane. Even the people in Fiji have gone insane.
You're right. And you know what, Autumn? Usually we don't. Usually we try to pay up before the rent's due. I don't know if you're gonna stick around. Oh, look at that. We're all here. We look great in red. So do you. Look tremendous. With that being said, that's gonna do it for an Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. We're out of time. I hope you enjoyed. From Jason Tatum maybe being a Cavalier. You heard it here first. From Ben Bales in the World Cup. Great having Ben on. And in the comments. A wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Autumn, I am not on with you tonight. You'll have to ask Chad about anything we talked about in the first segment. With that being said, Daily Spiral coming up right after this, station identification. And then
I'm so confused.
See you in a second.
Confused. Welcome into the Daily Spiral, everyone. Chad, I think we're having a literacy crisis right now. I mean, we know we're having a literacy crisis right now, but I think we're really having one on Love Island. This is the third time. The third time. No. Actually, I'm wrong. This is the fifth time.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. We'll get into whatever the NBA is trying to do. They announced something today that is so stupid. That is so. I've never seen what they announced today. I've never seen that. I've never seen it. But we have to start with Movie Night Part 2. Not only Movie Night Part 2, but the aftermath of Movie Night in general, and just a day where the Islanders are just not doing anything. So, Chad.
Yeah.
The Sincere situation got much worse, right?
Yeah, it got worse. It got way worse.
It was already bad, but it got way worse tonight, right?
It was pretty bad, but it did get worse. And you knew it was coming. You didn't know how much worse it was going to get, but it got worse. Yeah. Well, I think when you immerse yourself in whatever he said, emerge. Did they say emerge myself? When I emerge myself, whatever.
Yeah.
When you try to emerge yourself in the game, sometimes I guess things can get bad at Love Island, but that's the epitome of what he's been the whole time there. So I love using these made up words. This is fun. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, Jen, she also had to compromise. I don't understand what is going. We'll get into the literacy crisis because I'll explain why they are all illiterate later on in the show. I really will. But okay, so
we can promise we'll get to that. Yeah,
we can promise.
Yeah.
What the why? Okay, so we had the aftermath. So so we started off with Corbin, Kenzie, and Parmita, which I don't understand why the boys were mad that the girls were mad. I don't get this idea that why are they so not understanding that the girls are mad? You literally in their face said that they are high school girls compared to the Casa girls who are college girls.
Right. Who you had known for it about 37 minutes at that point, I think.
Literally, they had spent 3 weeks in the house with the other girls, with the Villa girls, and spent 2 days, not even, with the Casa girls.
Right.
It was that was, and then Zach piping in and said, "Well, we've all said bad stuff about each other. You said that the Casa boys were more mature. That's not what they said, though.
Yeah.
It's not what they said, though.
Yeah. I think it's easy to try to generalize. Again, it blows my mind that everyone seems to forget that these cameras are on them at all times. It really baffles me. But then when I hear words like compromise and emerge and epitome, maybe it shouldn't baffle me so much, but it just confuses me how you think you're going to say things in private, right? And then you're going to get away with saying these things and act shocked when people find out that you've said these things. And there was a little bit of it on both sides. I'm not going to lie, but yeah, I mean, these guys are wild, man.
It was that. Then so in the first look, what Casey said, they got more shit on me. What else did I say? They didn't show that part. Then we got to Kenzie.
Yeah.
Kenzie girl. Oh, it was just bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was real bad. And then Dylan being like, well, this literally just happened yesterday. What are we doing? But the thing about it is Dylan is that he's not standing on anything. You're saying that. And then you're openly admitting, yeah, I'm probably going to fold. Then why say it to her?
I think he folded. Yeah. When he broke down, I think we knew, right? I don't think
Yeah.
Dylan is.
Dylan flabbergasted me because again, he cried, y'all. He cried.
He was feeling. He was feeling some kind of way.
So Dylan got mad at Kenzie and then he told the boys, he's like, yeah, I'm probably not going to stand on it. And he immediately did stand on it. They were making out in the bed again.
Yeah.
Then the last video, of course, was Best Wishes, Anamora, and that's really what I got to say about him.
Yeah.
The audacity of him, though. The audacity to say, I know I've disrespected you, as you're yelling at her.
Watching this show has made me realize that people lack self-awareness. There are people out there that just completely have zero self-awareness. I mean, none. It blows my mind. So, the way that there was a certain part where he was talking, and do you know how I know that Sincere was lying? Autumn?
He opened his mouth.
Exactly. His lips were moving. That's exactly it. It's painful to watch. And it's honestly more painful for me to watch him talk because I know what it's about to be than it is maybe for them to sit on those couches and watch whatever comes on a movie night. It's equally, I think, cringy both ways. It makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel physically uncomfortable just watching him say words. And then sometimes not say words, but it's
It was so bad when Bryce was like, bro, don't even try to, because then he tried to throw the Corbin of it all into it. And he was like, and what about what you did with Corbin? I literally was like, what did she do with Corbin? And then I was like, oh my God, is he talking about that stupid paint challenge where she was going back and forth between them? I said, it's literally been 2 weeks. It's been, no, it's been 3 weeks because we're in week 4. It's been 3 weeks since that happened.
Hey, when you're under the spotlight like that, I think you'll grasp at anything. Try to pass the blame, like somebody else. Look at somebody else. You know what I mean? No,
Bryce being like, bruh, just say you're right. That was the moment where say you're right. Just say you're right. That's the moment I was like, oh my God, what am I watching?
Well, it was funny because I'm married, and I was like, yeah, that's good advice. That's it. That's what you say you're right. That's it. He's got it.
He was like, don't even argue. Just say you're right.
That was funny.
And then Melanie, of course, stood up. She started crying. She ended up in the girls' dressing room. She ended her night in the speakeasy. The boys, well, that was the end of movie night, essentially, because she wasn't coming back, which means that the producers in the overhead was like, all right, guys, you can get up. That's the end of movie night, whatever. You move around. They start doing what they do, and they sort of debrief with each other. The girls debrief with each other. The boys debrief with each other. Anaya apologizes to Casey. I didn't think she did anything wrong. I think she was well within her right to stand up and talk to him the way that he did. He has been disrespectful for I don't know how many weeks now.
Yeah. I think it was more of a just she let her, I think she felt, whatever. It doesn't matter. Go on.
Yeah. Then the girls kind of make up, but they also still are like, fuck the boys because, fuck the boys. Right. Zach and Kata have a conversation where I'm like, she's going to forgive him until she gets out of the villa and sees what he did, and then they're going to break up. That's literally what's going to happen. Like that, I can see the writing on the wall. Right now, she's just so in it that she's like in it. And when she gets home from being in the villa and she finally sees it on TV and her family finally tells her she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
Kenzie was okay. The girls were like, Kenzie, girl, you moved crazy, but we love you.
Okay. I mean, I will give her that she did own up to everything. I mean, a little bit. She started to get a little defensive for a minute. But then she kind of backed off, and I will give her that. I mean, it's hard to stand there and watch yourself being slimy on video. Man, she's pretty slimy. But yeah, I mean, she was looking at it or whatever, and then she owned up to it. So I will give her that. Can't excuse the behavior. I get you're playing the game. I get, to a certain extent, but it's kind of a pattern, right? She's just going right down the row, saying the same things, doing the same things. It's pretty wild.
Yeah. Well, the funniest part to me, because this also coincides with my next point, Dylan has been like a sniper from the side. Him and Carl, this entire episode, were cracking me up. Carl being like, I just want to see some wholesome shit. Like he's like, I just
in the wrong place. Yeah, you're
I'm like, Carl, you are not here. This is wicked. And then Dylan being like, yeah, they're not going to talk to us tonight. They're not going to talk to us.
Nope.
I'm like, oh my God. So then the boys have a conversation with Sincere. And they said, Sincere, are you going to sleep in the bed? Or are you going to sleep in soul ties? Because clearly she does not want to sleep with you. He goes, y'all sleep in soul ties. Y'all, he slept in the bed. She slept in soul ties. Well, she was going to sleep in soul ties, but then the owl was there. The owl that has been making everybody crazy because everybody knew that the owl was there, but they never acknowledged it until the season. And Melanie slept in the courtyard.
Yep.
He slept in the bed. She slept in the courtyard.
Come on, man. I mean, I don't even have the words for that.
When I say this entire episode, I was like, he can't get worse. And he just kept doing stuff that got worse.
Every time he opens his mouth or they show him on camera, it gets worse. It's wild. He's either the unluckiest person on the face of the earth, or he's really just that slimy in real life.
I think he's the slimy in real life because
Yeah.
we kind of have a day like where everybody talks to and Anaya talks to him and she's like, Sincere, you really got us all bamboozled. You made us literally look, every single one of us in here look dumb, which I think people are not also realizing that he didn't just manipulate Melanie. He manipulated everybody.
Yeah.
Like every single person.
Right.
So she was like, you look like, she straight up said, you look like a dumbass. He was like, do I? She's like, yeah, you look dumb.
Do I? There's the lack of self-awareness again.
Then we get to the end of the episode, and the end of the episode, oh my God. This is where I was like, he's never going to learn. He's never going to learn. He wanted to monologue to Melanie and say, I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
She checked him.
He said, I'm a people pleaser. My entire life, that's all I've wanted to do is please people. And she looked at him and said, you had a connection with Soul. That wasn't people pleasing. You had a connection with me. That wasn't people pleasing. You had a connection with Amora. That wasn't people pleasing. Mm-hmm. And in that moment, I think it clicked in her mind. She was like, I'm never going to be able to change him. I'm never going to be able to look at him. I'm never going to be able to be like, you know what? Sincere is my boyfriend. It's too embarrassing.
Yeah. I think when the red flags pile up that quick at the top of a relationship, it's probably time to move on. I mean, I know you're there and you're in it. You got to play the game to a certain extent, and you probably feel like if you end up single, you're a little bit exposed to whatever could happen. But yeah, I mean, it just, again, watching him talk, watching him just function. I really, every time he opens his mouth, I'm like, oh, bro, no, stop. You're making it worse. And I don't know. I think Corbin might really honestly be a robot. There's like, I've been watching it through that. I've been trying to find the personality in him. I don't know.
Him and Carmita had their first actual conversation today. And I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And he's just, it's not even that he's monotone. It's not that he's monotone.
Right.
It's that he says nothing of substance.
No.
Nothing of substance.
All catchphrases. And I mean, it's really like.
He speaks in Instagram captions.
Yes. When he walked into the room, like I said, and his there was something going on in the bed, whatever. I'm not going to elaborate. And his comment was, that's pretty neat. I was like, oh my God. Like, it's just the little stuff that I catch sometimes. I'm like, what is this dude doing? Like,
when I say Chad, every time he's on the screen, I'm like, he's about to say something stupid.
Yeah.
He's either going to say something stupid or he's going to say something that you're like, you're a robot. You're literally, that's just the thought. It's like, you're a robot. There's nothing human about you. And the fact that other cast members also joke that he's a robot.
Yeah.
We
see it. Like, there's not much behind his eyes, man. I can't help it. I'm not trying to throw shade at the dude. There's just not much there. I can only do so much with it. Okay. So before we go to the break, we got through this episode. We got through movie night. Yep. 2 parts, almost an hour worth of videos. A lot of drama.
Tomorrow is going to be crazy. So tomorrow is the boys recoupling. So the boys will pick who they want to recouple with.
Okay.
At the same time, the Islanders will then pick who they think is the least compatible.
Okay.
This is how and then those people sell. Okay. So there's an uneven amount of girls and boys, right? The person who's probably going to be dumped from the villa is probably Amora.
Okay.
She doesn't really have a connection there. Her one connection, Sincere, is definitely not going to pick her. He made it very clear to her when she came back in and he called her Big Dog. He called her Big Dog.
I can't with this dude, man. That's like that's the equivalent of like patting her on the butt and be like, hey, get him next time, slugger.
Literally, it's literally like somebody punch you in the arm, like you'll get him next time. It's like, huh?
You got him, Tiger. No worries. This is you. This is you, big dog. Big dog.
So this is okay. So this is what I'm gonna. So okay. So then on the app, there's also like a popularity meter, and so they kind of did this last year too.
Okay.
Where they had us vote on like different like categories. So this is what I think is gonna happen.
Okay.
They're gonna recouple. Amora's probably going to be dumped because Sincere's going to pick Melanie. That's clearly what's going to happen. Then they're going to go to the thing we voted on tonight, which is the meter. And whoever's the top couple from the meter is who's going to get to decide who goes home. And unfortunately, y'all, I think it's going to be Jaden, Gall, Jen, and Caleb.
Okay.
And then after the show, America gets to vote on who gets dumped before the finale. Like I told you guys, it's 2 dumpings. So it's pre-finale dumping, finale dumping, and then we choose the winner. So 3 dumpings left.
Okay.
When we come back from the break, we'll talk about the Love Island literacy crisis and why this is happening. Because when you hear why this is happening, it's going to click into place on why they all are the way that they are. And we're going to talk about the NBA and what they're doing and what they're like. I don't know what they're doing, but we're going to talk about them because this. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk that the Knicks championship would break the NBA? Who would have thunk it? But you guys are watching the Daily Spiral here on Inside Edge Network. We'll be back.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at sportsmemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the sportsmemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to sportsmemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. Sportsmemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
All right, welcome back to the Daily Spiral, everyone. We'll get to the NBA soon, and what they are doing, what they're not doing, and how the Knicks championship 100% broke the league. But we got to talk about this Love Island literacy crisis, right? Because once again, tonight we got an all-timer from Sincere. Emerge with an I. IMMERGE.
Could you use it in a sentence?
No, because it's
Okay.
not a word. It's not a word.
What's the origin? It's just tonight. It's from tonight.
It's just Sincere's brain. That's the origin.
Unbelievable.
I don't want to be in there. That place is dark. I know it's dark in there. But this joins Epitome, which I'm gonna admit, okay, once upon a time in my life, I too read it as Epitome, but then I like put two and two together, was like, that don't sound right. It's epitome.
We've all done that. Yeah, it happens.
We got Jen's compromise, which is compromise. We got the analogy, I'm pouring my cup into you, which it don't even make sense when you say it out loud.
That sounds dirty. I don't even know what that is, but that sounds worse than French fries. That sounds like a step further than
French fries, which when they explained it didn't even make sense. Why? I was like, okay, there's just so much, and you're probably thinking to yourself, why are these kids like? What is going on? I'm gonna tell you why.
All right.
They are children of the pandemic.
Oh no. Okay.
I think the only people who weren't in school during the pandemic is Bryce, Gall, and Carl.
Okay.
Zach was 19, so he kind of probably was still in school. Sincere was about 18, 19, so he was in school. Everybody else was in school during the pandemic. Almost everybody else was at least 16 during the pandemic. So think about this. You're 16. It's your sophomore, junior year of high school.
Yeah. You've
been pulled out of school. Your school closes down effectively because literally there's a global virus killing everybody, right?
People's health had been compromised. Yeah.
Yes, compromised. Oh, and also I forgot to mention Jen is from Florida and was homeschooled because she got into modeling. So that makes so much sense about her.
Yeah, same. We share a similar path. Yeah, that's it.
But they were all in school during the pandemic.
Yeah.
They all are pandemic children. They all graduated in 2021 and 2022.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So it's been about 4 years since they graduated.
Yeah.
They are. This is why there's a literacy crisis. They did online schooling.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been about 4 years since maybe some of them have opened a book too. Apparently.
They did online schooling, so most of them for like their middle, like their most important years in school, did it online. That's why they're dumb.
That's fair. That's fair.
And then you have to think about this: if Sincere was 18 during the pandemic, oh my god, he really was a lost cause.
My goodness.
So yes, people. The reason why the Love Island cast seems not all the way there is because they are children of the pandemic.
I get it. They were forced to go out on their own and figure out the language, and I guess some of them came back with scraps. I don't know.
Also, while they're in that villa, they can't read and they can't write.
Okay. Can't write.
No.
Okay.
There's no pens. It's not like you know how like if I was in the villa, I would be like, I'm gonna keep a journal. They can't keep a journal.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty. I'm kind of a creative person. I sometimes I need to let that out in some way. I got to do something, right? Whether it's whatever, edit a video, right? But yeah, that's rough. I understand why some of them are kind of like getting to the point where they're breaking down a little bit now.
They're hungry.
Yeah,
so they're hungry.
Yeah,
they have no contact with the outside world. They haven't seen their families in almost 2 months.
Yeah. No idea who
hungry.
Yeah, no idea who to trust in there.
Yeah, they're hungry.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just tell you like that. They are every time they get non-villa food, they are chomping down on it.
I bet.
So you got to think about this. They can't read because they can't have books. They can't write because they can't have papers. They have the phone that they have. They can only take pictures or videos on, but it's only because the villa producers control it. They're hungry. Like I said, they're hungry.
Mm-hmm. Let's just stress that they are hungry.
They have to spend the entire day with each other. They can't take naps. They don't know what day it is. They don't know what time it is.
Yeah.
So they're just all like and they're all horny. So they're just like everything is just
they're totally immersed in all the stuff that's gonna. I love it. I love using his words. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not taking anything else away from him, but I am going to use his made up words. I'm going to use all the made up words. I want to see people look at me crazy.
Epitome is literally going to go down in history.
Epitome was wild.
Epitome is going to go down in history. So
I think Come Promise might be worse though. Like that wasn't something that she was reading, right? Like she was saying that out of her.
No, she fully said compromise, and she was talking about compromise. Compromise. So I want to
lean into it. I'm gonna start using it.
So I want to put something in the chat. I want to get your thoughts on it. Okay.
All right.
I want to get your thoughts on it. So Cosmopolitan, hilarious magazine, one of the most famous magazines in America to ever exist. Right.
Yeah.
This is what they said about Corbin.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hold on. Emotionless, always confused, abolish AI.
Oh my goodness. If he saw that, he'd probably go, that's pretty neat.
And then he wouldn't say anything else afterwards because that's how Corbin is. The one about Sincere, though, oh my God, the one about Sincere is even funny. I'm about to put this on the screen. Y'all, Cosmopolitan has been killing it when it comes to ranking these Islanders. This one, though, had me cracking up.
All right.
Did a mythical creature come to you years ago and somehow trick you out of your honesty because you act like someone is forcing you to lie?
Oh my goodness, man. They're like, we'll give you these locks. You can have this hair, and the hair is nice, but the trade-off is every time you go to open your mouth, it's going to be a lie. It's going to come out a lie. You can't stop it. Can't do anything about it. It's coming out a lie.
It's
like, okay, I can do that.
He is one of those people that every time I think about him, I'm just like, you can't get worse. Like the more I just think about the things he said tonight, when he said, I know I'm being disrespectful, but it was like, what are you talking about?
But what? Like, yeah, that's wild.
Oh my God. This show, look, I'm gonna miss this show. We got about a week and a half left. I'm gonna miss it for real. This show has brought me so much joy. Chad, how has been your first Love Island watching experience? Because this is your first time.
Yeah, so it's tough because, like I said, I look at it through the lens of a married person. So I spend a lot of time just being like, huh, right? Like, so there are those moments. But I will tell you that I leaned into it. Just during the break, I downloaded the app. I have the app on my phone now. I'm there. I haven't registered to vote yet. I don't know if
you need to register to vote before tomorrow.
I'm probably gonna do it, right? I want to be involved.
Yeah.
Well, I've been talking about it enough. I should be involved, right?
Now, Chad, I'm gonna tell you something. Do you have an iPad or do you have a tablet of some sort?
I have a laptop.
It has to be a tablet of some sort or have your wife download the app as well.
Okay.
You can vote multiple times on multiple different things.
Okay.
So for me, I have an iPad. I shouldn't be revealing this, but hell, I don't care. I have an iPad and I have a phone. You can register on both, and you can vote on both, and both votes count.
Okay. All right.
I've seen people in other countries download like VPNs and like American numbers so they can vote because this show is taking over the world. Wow. Now, mind you, also, I didn't mention this. The UK version is going on, and it's just as insane this season.
Yeah, I keep seeing updates every once in a while. I go to Google something. I'm like, those aren't my people, right? Like, or I see like a Twitter post. I'm like, I don't know any of those people. That's got to be like something else. It's the UK version.
Yeah,
That's
the UK. So the UK started the day before the US, but the US is ahead of them.
Is it all the same production company? I mean, obviously, it seems like it would be. They just, they're busy.
So it's ITV, which is a British company, but they have an ITV America division, which is what produces Love Island USA.
Gotcha.
But they're distributed. So the UK version in America is distributed by Disney Plus and Hulu.
Okay.
Which makes no sense to me. But it would seem like you would want to put it all on the same station, but all right.
Whatever.
And then the especially it gets really confusing because Love Island All Stars is promoted by Peacock as well.
Okay, yeah.
Which is the exact same show as Love Island UK.
Gotcha.
It makes no sense. It truly makes no sense. But yeah, the UK.
If you flood the market, somebody's gonna watch something, right? That's all.
Yeah, the UK, they're in Casa more right now. They just had their recoupling from Casa. Theirs was just as nutty as this one. But
really,
for your first season, do you love these Islanders? Everybody has their first season Islanders. Everybody does.
Well, I feel like in some ways, I've laughed a lot. I've had a lot of laughs watching the show. I've had a couple moments where I'm like, ooh, like a little cringy, whatever. I feel like sometimes my intelligence is being compromised. But that's okay because I've immersed myself totally in this thing. And now I think I am the epitome of what a Love Island fan really should be. So yeah, I'd say I'm enjoying listen, it's not my favorite show. I'll be honest with you. It's not my favorite show. But for the purpose of coming on this show and just talking about it on the network, I'm having fun watching it and keeping up with it. I will say that it is entertaining. I'll give it that. It's entertaining. I don't know that I would have watched it without this experience. But here I am. I've watched it now, and I've gained a little bit of humor, a little bit of perspective on just how cooked we are as a society. But yes, I've enjoyed it. Honestly, it's been pretty fun.
And the show's been going on for 8 years in America.
That's crazy.
And 14 years in the UK.
Okay.
Yes, right. 14 years because it started the same year I graduated high school. So 14 years.
All right. The formula is successful, then it works. I mean,
hey, look, people from the UK have gotten married and had children. There are 2 couples from the US version that are engaged.
Okay.
There's 4 more that are still together. Like it does work. It does work because you are trauma bonded to each other for the rest of your life.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Because again, you did spend an entire summer in the Fijian humidity.
Yeah.
Just with each other 24/7.
That's fair.
That's all you did.
Eating nothing but pancakes and chicken.
Avocado toast.
Yeah.
Chicken sausage because you don't have turkeys.
No turkeys there. Nope.
I'm trying to think our final Love Island thoughts before we go to the break and talk about the NBA and the shit show that it is and the New York Knicks breaking the NBA. Any final Love Island thoughts? Because again, we will not be on tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you guys won't get any Love Island thoughts essentially from us until Monday when me and AA will talk about this weekend because we'll have 3 episodes technically because we'll have tomorrow night's episode, which is a dumping, recoupling, vote. After Sun, which is the everybody who gets dumped goes on After Sun. And then Sunday will be results of the vote, probably another dumping.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monday, I don't know what's going to be. So we'll have at least 4 episodes to talk about by Monday.
Okay. I got nothing. I'm going to keep an open slate. I'm not going to try to make any predictions because this show has surprised me a couple of times. I'm just going to watch. I'm going to watch this weekend, and I'm going to just take it all in. I'm going to enjoy the country's 250th birthday, and
while we're all dying from heat stroke, yeah,
right,
yeah.
You stay inside and throw some ice on your head, whatever. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I hope Gall leaves. That's one thing I hope. I can't stand that dude. As bad as
everybody hates him so much.
There's just something about like every I don't know. It's like that look. He's just always got this look. Like, you mentioned the girls that run his coffee shop that he owns, right?
Yes.
The girls that actually run it. You mentioned they were kind of going in on him. That made me laugh that night. But So my thing is that he looks like the kind of guy that would take credit for their work, right? Like he's got that. I don't know what it is. He just looks like that kind of guy. And he's like another guy that every time he talks, I'm like, oh, come on, bro. Like, no, stop. Just stop talking. Don't talk.
Honestly, wasn't it a little weird that they showed that conversation between him and Carl while Melanie and Sincere were breaking up, essentially?
Yeah. He makes me uncomfortable. Let's just put it that way. He makes me uncomfortable. One of my favorite shots, we didn't get to talk about it, was Dylan eating the popcorn during movie night. Did you see him? Like
Dylan, like I said, they are hungry. Dylan, when I say he was there for the vibes and the vibes only, because he was like, what am I gonna do? He literally at that point was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Also, I don't know, did I mention this yesterday? It is very clear, by the way, this is Dylan during the entire episode. That was him during the entire episode.
Tired of pancakes and chicken sausage, man. Give me the popcorn. I'm hungry.
Yes, they were all hungry. Did I mention that it's clear that they edited this out of order?
Yeah.
Like they put everything out of order because it was clear that Kenzie's was shown early because of how silent she was during movie night part 1.
Were off. Yeah, I thought. Okay, I wasn't sure what I was. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because so this is. I'm gonna just tell you what it is. So it was clear that Sincere's first video was the first video they saw.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Which is why they were so shocked. Which is why they were such in silence. I think it wasn't just because he's a pathological liar. I think it was because they truly were like, "Oh, this is wicked that they're showing us this."
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I think it was probably the Corbin, Permita, Kenzie. Then it was Kenzie. Then it was Casey. Then it was Anaya. Then it was Zach. No, it was Zach before Casey and Anaya, because that was also clear too. And then I think Melanie and Sincere part 2 is probably what capped it off.
Yeah, it felt disjointed to me, and I didn't know why. But you're right. Now that you're saying that, I think you're right.
Because like every time we will see Melanie during the other thing, she had tear stains on her face.
Yeah, I was like, is that impended? Is she like? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it was clear that the Melanie Sincere clip was first, which is why they were so shocked, which is why they were like, whoa, like he really is insane.
Yeah. And we're stuck here on this island with him until
we really, they really are. They really are. But when we come back from the break, we will talk about the NBA and how the New York Knicks is broke the NBA. They literally broke the NBA because the NBA is trying out a new rule, and we're going to talk about it when we come back. You guys are watching us spiral here on the Daily Spiral here on InsideEdge Network.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by InsideEdge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife, Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
All right, welcome back to the Daily Spiral, everyone. Chad, I fear that the NBA has been broken by the New York Knicks. Also, that's my dog in the background because somebody just decided to let off fireworks in the middle of the night at 11:45. Don't we love that? But the New York Knicks have broken the NBA. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk?
I don't want to do it. That's actually a great explanation. That sums it up right there. If you speak dog, you will wait. No, that's not good. Wait, one more bark. No more barks. I think we're good.
Oh. No, he's still barking. He's gonna continue to bark. Hold on, guys.
It's not his fault.
Calm your nerves. Mommy's trying to work. Every day, every night. But okay, so when I say the New York Knicks have broke, oh my God, I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. Bear, calm down.
This is more riveting than any NBA discussion we could be having right now.
Christ.
This is amazing.
My dog, I love him. He is my baby, but Jesus Christ, he is loud. Okay, so this is how the New York Knicks have broken the NBA.
All right.
We have had the most ridiculous trades I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yes.
Jaylen Brown getting traded for a bag of nickels. LaMelo Ball getting traded, and he's now not terrorizing the streets of Charlotte. He's about to be terrorizing the streets of Minneapolis. Giannis got traded to Miami for half their team.
Yeah.
Who else? Oh,
Julius Randle
gets traded to Brooklyn.
John Morant going to the land of guards.
Going to Portland. Yep. That has 15 guards. The Lakers are all white. I don't know what's happening. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, they're gonna be all white. Come on, that's good. It's fine. They're gonna be all white.
Luka and friends. I don't know what's going on. But this today was the cherry on top, and this is how I know. The NBA decided to announce that they are trying to implement a one free throw rule. It says when free throws are awarded, one free throw worth 1, 2, or 3 points will be attempted. Standard NBA free throw rules apply in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter and during overtime. The NBA G League has used this rule since the 2019-2020 season to improve game flow. So instead of being like, you know what, maybe we should just get better officiating. Maybe we should like make the league just like more like I don't know, efficient and affordable. Maybe we should like hold players accountable for sitting out of games. Maybe we should actually hold them accountable for their behavior off the court. No, we're going to implement a rule in the summer league to see if one free throw will count for 1, 2, or 3 points. They've broken the league. I don't know what's happening.
If a free throw is going to count for 3 points, you should have it behind the 3-point line. I just feel like that's a necessity. You can't. A 15-foot free throw can't be worth 3 points. I don't care. I get it. Like, they're NBA players. Most of them are going to hit all three. Whatever. That's fine. I mean, how many times have you seen a guy miss all three though, or miss 2 of 3? I mean, that makes a huge difference. This is this is the Rob Manfred and Adam Silver had a conversation. And Manfred's like, hey, you know how you could really mess this up? Like, this is akin to baseball going, hey, from now on in extra innings, it's 1 pitch at bats. You get 1 pitch. 1 pitch. If it's a ball, walk. If it's a strike, you're out. That's it. You got.
And also, somebody's already on second, so they're really gonna make it like.
Yeah, there's already that going down. It's wild. I don't like this at all, to be honest with you. I don't like this at all.
I don't like it either. And they're trying to say, well, the G League, it works in the G League. The G League is not the NBA.
No,
the G League developmental. It can work down there. Yeah. They're not actually playing NBA games. They're playing.
That's fine. Get the game going faster. That's fine. Whatever. But because 25,000 people in an NBA arena, some of them have paid $50,000. So you don't just let the game play out. Like, you don't need to do this. This is.
As someone who used to work for an NBA team, games from the moment you get there to the moment you leave is 4 hours.
Yeah.
You're there for an hour before. The game is 2 hours, and then you're there for an hour after. It's 4 hours.
Yeah.
Right? There is like, and it's 48 minutes in the NBA clock, but it's literally 2 hours with the timeout, stoppage, in between quarters, halftime. It's literally 2 hours.
Yep.
This is not a problem though. This is where I'm like confused. Is that nobody has a problem with the length of games in the NBA?
The pace of play isn't an issue at all. I don't think.
No, it's not like Major League Baseball, where truly at times there have been games where it's like, come on, this is dragging. Like, you need to just speed it up.
Like a 4-3 game in August shouldn't have any excuse to take 5.5 hours or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, why? Yeah. I get if it's like 18-16 or something, but yeah, I get why they needed to speed that up a little bit. And I'm a baseball guy, but I understood that one. I get it.
Yeah, we like understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I can even understand if you're like, you know what, NFL, let's speed it up a little bit, because sometimes there do be NFL games that's like, okay, this is dragging. Like, somebody needs to do something. Like, again, like that Pittsburgh Browns game that I went to at the end of the season. Oh my God, that game was dragging.
Right.
Because nobody was doing anything. So it was just like, oh, it was so bad.
It's not free throw. It's all the timeouts at the end of a close game that hold up. It's not the free throw. The free throws aren't going to do anything to. This is so crazy. It's
the players fouling each other at the end of the game because you keep rewarding them. Just take away the fouls at the end of the game. That's if you don't want it.
Fair enough. I don't like this at all. I don't like it.
But the NBA has been broken by the New York Knicks championship. Literally, everybody in the league is like, what happened? This should not have happened. Not only should the Knicks have never won, they shouldn't have won as dominantly as they did. We need to do something. So everybody is literally doing the opposite of the smart thing. And I think I was talking to somebody at work yesterday. I think so. And we were talking about like the cat, or it may have been on here.
Don't you? I was going to say, do you do that? Do you forget? Like, where did I have this conversation? Right?
I think it may have been on here. It was somewhere we had the conversation about the Cavs and how the Cavs might mess it up. I think it was on here. Yeah, it was on here. The Cavs might mess it up. And I'm like, the Cavs looks like genius right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was last night.
Yep, we talked about this last night. Yep.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that are standing pat. All these crazy moves are going on. And the Cavs are just like, we're going to sit on it for a minute.
Again,
we're going to watch everybody else lose their minds, and then we'll figure it out.
Jaylen Brown got traded for a bag of nickels, and then a report came out today that said that the reason why he got traded is because, number one, Philadelphia was under duress. Crazy. What do you mean you were under duress? What pressure did you have? Number one. Number two, they didn't like that Jaylen Brown was the smartest person in the room. They were like he's questioning stuff. So you're mad that he wants to know like about his financial security and his job?
Right. Yeah, don't ask questions. Just go perform for us. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
And then he himself kind of confirmed it a little bit in his statement, and he kind of like was excited to go to Philly. I don't understand what's going on. I don't want Jason Tatum on this team. I heard what y'all said. No.
Hey,
no.
To be fair, I did not say that. That was not me.
No.
I was a spectator.
Absolutely not. He cannot be on this team.
Okay.
I cannot have another. Oh, look. I call him a Kobe wannabe because he wants to be Kobe so bad, but he does not have the killer instinct. He's never had the killer instinct. He will never have the killer instinct. He wants to be him so bad, and it makes me mad. I cannot have him on this team. No. There's already too much with the LeBron of it all because you have so many things happening with him. Every single day, a new team emerges. One of my coworkers today was like, I expect him to sign with Minnesota. What?
My goodness. All right.
I'm like, Minnesota. He was like, that seems like a LeBron thing. No, it doesn't.
No, it does not. That seems like the least LeBron thing. He would sign in Memphis before he would sign in Minnesota, I think.
And he hates Memphis.
Yeah, he'd go stay at the Clippers Inn or whatever. Yeah, I don't think he's doing that. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. They say it's down to 2 teams. It's Warriors and Cavs now. But the Nuggets, I think, kicked the tires on it. I don't think that was ever a serious, consideration for LeBron.
No.
Yeah, I believe it's down to Golden State and Cleveland. I can believe that.
And honestly, it's more probably like a legacy thing of like, do I want to end my career in Golden State? No, probably not. Would it be better? The story. And of course, there was also an announcement that he's gonna probably film this season, which will probably be his last. If you film your last season and you're on a team that I talked about this on Jersey Chasers. I've talked about this across the board. If it was on that Cavs team last year, they probably would have beat the Knicks.
Yeah.
Probably would have beat the Knicks. That Cavs team was in a much better position than his Lakers team. They probably would have won.
Yeah. It's fair. That's fair.
We got one more news story. I forgot to mention this. Well, it's not really a news story, but it is a news story. I want to get your take on this.
All right.
Because this is one of the most ridiculous news stories.
Okay.
If you do not know what's going on, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are allegedly getting married this week at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense whatsoever.
Okay.
And this is an excerpt from, I think, Vanity Fair.
Okay.
It says, the idea of the world's biggest music star having a top secret wedding with more than 1,000 guests at a sports arena in the biggest city in the world is inherently absurd.
Is it a top secret wedding if 1,000 people are there?
That's what the whole thing is that she's trying to be like, the wedding isn't happening this weekend. What are you guys talking about? What do you mean the wedding isn't happening this weekend? Y'all, I've been to New York. Madison Square Garden is in a train station.
Yeah.
It is in the busiest train station I've ever been in.
Okay.
It is literally the train station is connected to Madison Square Garden. So Madison Square Garden is in the back. The train station is in the front. Gotcha. In order to get to Madison Square Garden, you have to come out of the train to go back in.
Okay.
You're telling me that you're a pop star that's like, I want to be private. I want to have a private wedding. And you're picking a place where half of it smells like piss.
Maybe it's a diversion, Autumn. Maybe they're getting married somewhere else and they're drawing all the attention to New York City. There's the, I don't know. What do you got? Maybe you know what? Maybe she did this because maybe she knew this one free throw rule was coming down, and she was like, you know what? This is the Knicks' fault, and I'm putting all the onus on New York City. Everybody's gonna flock to New York City because they think we're gonna be there, but we're really gonna be at some country club in who knows where. I don't know.
My thing is though, is this wedding doesn't even make sense for Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's not even a get married in the Knicks. He's not from New York. She's not from New York. Yeah. She's from Pennsylvania. He's from Ohio. It makes no sense that these two would get married at Madison Square Garden. Honestly,
I think it's a diversion. It's a diversion.
I give it a year if they are really doing this. I give it a year.
Why? Because it's in Madison Square Garden?
Because their entire relationship is built off of clout. It's really, that's what it is. Their entire relationship is built off the clout of each other. It's not built off real love. It is literally built off the fact that he is who he is and she is who she is.
I would disagree with just a small portion of that, because I don't think she's with him for his clout. She's got plenty of her own clout. I don't think
she's with him because she needed good PR.
She's never seen that picture of him and his brother at UC. That's the thing. I think that's what. I love that meme, by the way. It's like, if one of these guys can marry Taylor Swift, you can do anything. I think we got to wrap it up, Eli.
Yeah, we do. But I saw somebody is down there in the chat. And I
really?
need him to come on here real quick because he also has thoughts about Love Island.
Okay.
And I know we've talked about it. Y'all, I know I usually give my good spiral, bad spiral. Once again, don't go down any rabbit holes this weekend, okay?
No rabbit holes. Holiday weekend. Stay out.
Holiday weekend. Save yourself a brain break. Do like me. Tomorrow, this whole weekend, I don't have to work. I'm not going to do a thing. I'm literally going to sit in my house and not do a thing. It's too hot to think, okay?
It's really hot today.
It's too hot to think. It's too hot to go down a rabbit hole.
Fair.
But Double A, you sent a text message in the group chat that said, "Can't watch this. It's too triggering." What was triggering?
A ton of things. First off, number one, I had to go back and rewatch. I thought somebody got kicked off the show, and it turned out it was a stupid owl.
Yes, the owl who's been haunting the villa for I think she's been haunting the villa for about 2 years now.
Yeah, I thought TT was sent home, but then and then I don't know what happened. I don't know, but no, I mean, it was just all triggering. That's all. I don't know. Kenzie is just as bad as Sincere.
No. Sincere's bad, but Kenzie's not doing it just to do it. Sincere's doing it just because he can. Sincere's doing it just because Sincere literally yelled at Melanie, "I know I'm being disrespectful, and I know I'm disrespecting you."
But
I don't know. But they're both playing the game, right? I mean, Corbin kind of looked better after tonight's movie night. Kind of did. It's like he's looked. Everyone's looking around like the Caleb playbook was on and popping once again. I'm talking to Dylan, who, by the way, is sprung.
I told you, Chad.
Yeah.
I told you. I said
he's like, I can't believe this is playing out the way that it is. I hope. And then,
then he immediately folded for her.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Well,
immediately.
He's a stupid guy. It's
him immediately folding and being like, "I know I'm gonna fold. What's the point? You know you're gonna fold. What's the point?"
I mean, we're sitting here acting like we have standards and stuff. Like, no, you don't.
Well, only one of us is married.
Kenzie could have talked with. You could have sent 20 new guys in.
Yep.
She's gonna talk to every single one of them.
And as long as Dylan has a round, he's in. He's in. The guy that Chad doesn't like, he can go too. I don't care about him. He can go.
He's so weird, dude. Come on, man. Like, I can't look anymore. I can't look.
God.
He has main character energy, but he's a side character. No,
he's got me looking at my coffee in the morning like, I don't even want to drink this. You know what I mean? Like, whatever.
Again, the women that run his coffee shop are roasting the hell out of him. Roasting the hell out of him. So
while they're roasting the coffee, that's impressive.
Double A. My prediction for tomorrow is dumping is going to be Amora, Jaden, Caleb, Gall, and Jen.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that all makes sense.
I can't really.
Who else would it be? For real. If it's an Islanders choice, who else would it be?
And remember what? It's the guys picking.
The guys are recoupling, so it'll be the guys will pick who they want to recouple with, and it's an uneven amount of girls. So it'll come down to Sincere for who he's going to pick between Melanie and Amora. And again, like I told Chad, he called Amora big dog.
He's not picking Amora.
Do you big dog?
Yeah, there's no intimate relationship after you have called this woman big dog. Like you can't that can't happen, Slugger.
Autumn, I think you're spot on. I have one thing to show you guys before we move on. Eli, go to my studio. I just loaded a photo from Bryce. I thought it was the worst. I thought it was the worst thing anybody could have said all day from the episode. It's in my studio, and it's Bryce 01. It's a photo.
That's what we were just talking about. Oh my God. That moment when he said that, I was literally like, oh my God. I said, do you know how bad it is for Bryce to be like, just say you're right. Just say you're right, dude. Just say it.
That is Double A. Can I tell you something?
What's up?
That picture, when it was up, I was looking at it. That is the epitome of marriage. That is the being married. That's the inner voice, that face, and that you just got to say you're right, dude. That's the inner. That's what keeps you married. That's what
was Bryce. So, Chad, was Bryce giving good advice there
by telling him to say you're right? Yeah, there was nothing. Listen, there was nothing Sincere was going to have come out of his mouth that was going to fix any of that. Not a single thing.
Again,
we all know it's going to be a lie.
They watched 40 minutes of this man lying to them and is psychologically torturing every single one of them. He was psychologically torturing every single one of them in that house.
He wasn't just giving Sincere an exit plan. He was giving everybody there an exit plan. He was like, just say you're right, dude. Get this over with. Like, I can't watch this anymore.
Because, again, they clearly told them this is the last video of the night. That was clearly what happened. Like I said, they weirdly edited it, but they clearly told them this is the last video of the night. And they did not expect it to be another Sincere video. Also, I told Chad, I was like, they didn't show the part where Casey was like, oh, there's more shit that I did. Oh, I would have loved to see that.
Yeah, there was some missing parts. Yeah, there was a few missing parts. But I think what we got, we needed. I'm glad we saw Kenzie and Corbin get exposed. Mm-hmm. And you were right. I heard you guys talking like some of this was shot out of order. I felt that watching the episode.
They were edited. It was edited out of order because I think they wanted to save the shock value of what Sincere did and how the Islanders reacted to the end of the episode, which I understand. Mm-hmm. But it, like, when you look at the other things that they put before it, Melanie clearly had already cried.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's I didn't like put it all together when I was watching it, but I was like, this feels like this is disjointed for me. And I think you're right. I think that's
and it was clearly that Kenzie's video that was shown tonight was also shown in the beginning because she was silent the entire time last episode.
That was the first thing I caught. I'm like,
yeah,
because they kind of zeroed in on Tuesday night. It's like, okay, the core four, they're going in. Kenzie
was just silent.
She always had something to say. Yeah.
And it was just like it was very clear to me that they picked and chose what they wanted to edit. Okay, Double A. We're not on. Chad, no.
Wait, why is that impressive? Why is that impressive? Oh man,
Chad, no.
All right, well, Double A, I'll be joining you for midnight run because I'll be sleeping in the studio tonight.
Yeah,
Chad, no.
Hey, Chad's gonna be a soul ties.
Oh my God. Okay, before we leave, can we talk about that moment?
Can
we talk about that moment where the boys literally tell Sincere, if it comes down to you and her sleeping in the bed, are you sleeping in soul ties? He says yes, and then doesn't sleep in soul ties.
I'm telling you, he's not grown up. He's not grown up. You got Corbin looking at us Sincere. It's like, dude, you got to quit fucking up on the show.
he was like soul ties. It's pronounced solstice. Like he had no idea. He didn't know what that meant. He had no idea what he was agreeing to. He had no clue.
He was like, yeah, I'll sleep there. And then he slept in the bed and said, I'm gonna sleep on Melanie's side. It smells like her. Oh my god, that's when I was like, "Oh, he's a psychopath. He's a psychopath." And then to end the episode with, "I'm a people pleaser."
I mean, he's not wrong as long as there's not footage of your game across the like Autumn. There's no way they're doing movie night next year.
If it no,
They're
they'll
going
do
to be
it
so
again.
guarded next season. There's no way they could do movie night.
Look,
next
okay, I'm gonna tell you like this. Remember how I told you why they didn't do movie night last year is because everybody in the villa last year just said it to each other's faces. Like it wasn't anything that they hid from each other. They would be like, "Yeah, I made out with that person like 2 seconds ago. I'm talking shit about you." All of that stuff.
Yeah, movie night was just watching Huda and Ace.
Yeah, right. That was the only thing we would really wanted to see, right?
Mm-hmm.
But everything else, like, we really didn't need to see. This season had to have movie night because everybody was talking so much shit behind each other's back and doing crazy stuff that you had no choice.
And let's be real about it too. Like the first 2 weeks before Castlemore, like nothing really was happening.
Except for Zach. I hate the fact that he got off scot-free. The fact that he still got off scot-free and they did not hold, like, I told Chad, I said, somebody said Kata is either going to marry that man or she's going to break up with him right after she gets home.
Oh, yeah.
One or the other.
Well, all the stuff that happened. Zach's like, well, got some sleeping in soul ties. Go be in bed with me. Go be in bed. No, I get you go on shows like this. Sometimes you're just there to play the field and you just want to have a good time for the 6 weeks that you're there. And that's that.
I told Chad, I said, you got to think they are going crazy right now. They have not eaten a proper meal in almost 2 months. They haven't had any sort of outside time outside of the Fiji humidity. They can't have a phone. They can't be with their families. They can't read a book, which is why Sincere saying emerge and epitome instead of emerge and epitome. Janet saying compromise.
I could sell them on the green eggs and ham thing from yesterday. They would actually be locked in on my theory. Did you tell your kids about that today?
No, because it was a staff development day.
Uh-oh.
I can't show the video of what happened at staff development day. But just know we had active shooter drill and we would have all failed miserably. Miserably. That's how bad it was.
We had that too here in our studios. I don't,
Oh my god, it was so bad. It was so bad. But
they told me just to stay and keep the show going. I don't know.
Before Chad and I get out of here, I told you the 12th is the finale. Who will be in your top 4? I know who's going to be my top 4. Who's going to be in your top 4? Please do not say Casey. I promise you, he's not seeing that money.
Bryce and Trinity.
Okay.
Bryce and Zach. I'm kidding. Halfway. Kata and Zach will be there. They'll be in the top. They'll be there. I'm trying to think. Will there be a surprise? Can Caleb find a way?
No, he's gonna go home tomorrow because he stupidly told Casey and Corbin that that his relationship has plateaued.
Yeah.
If he wouldn't have said that, then he would have been in the finale.
Yeah, he's going home. Yeah, I think those two, and then the other one. I'm trying to think of the other two that's like just flying under the radar.
There is one obvious couple that we haven't talked about that really stepped it up today.
The reunion of Casey and Anaya.
No, that's never happening. She made it very clear that shit.
Anaya and Carl?
Yes.
I mean,
how come they slept separately?
Because they're still technically single. So when you're single, you can't sleep together.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's not how. Never mind. I think those two. I think that's number 3, and then no way, Melanie and Sincere. No way. Melanie and whoever she couples up with, not named Sincere.
Okay, so this is what I think the top 4 is going to be. I think it's going to be Trinity and Bryce. They're probably going to win. Like all Bryce has to do is not do anything. All he has to do is not just shut up. Just shut up. Just don't do anything.
Just
Okay?
hold the 22-point lead. That's all you got.
Literally. Hold the lead.
Yep.
Hold the lead. I think Anaya and Carl will probably be really close. I think they haven't it's kind of like a Nick and Alandria situation where there's still like a small portion of the fan base that's like, I don't know. She was with KC for a long time, but I think they're going to be second. I think Kata and Zach will be third. He's enough people don't like him. I don't like him. Clearly,
no, I don't either. No.
Yeah. But because they've been in a couple for so long.
But I like Kata. That's the problem.
That's the whole problem
That's
with it.
the problem.
You like her.
I like her.
Him.
She cool peoples. I like her. She's loyal. I'm cool with her.
Yeah.
I'm also cool with TT, but apparently she ain't gonna make it through the show.
She not making it past this week. She not even making it to Family Day. And then fourth,
never mind.
I would have said Melanie and Sincere before this episode. I really would have said Melanie and Sincere. But unfortunately, because they are the only other couple left, and I think that nobody wants to see Melanie and Sincere near the finale, I think it'll be Kenzie and Dylan.
Kids. Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody has to be number 4. Somebody.
Who's your top 4? Because we're about 2 weeks away. Not even.
I mean, I agree with Trinity and Bryce. I feel like they've skated under the radar. I feel like everybody just sort of fell apart psychologically after Casa Amor, except for that. They stayed pretty strong. I don't know. We're doing couples? We're doing couples, right?
Yeah. So we got Trinity and Bryce.
Okay.
I'm noticing some cracks with Trinity and Bryce. There are some cracks. We don't have time to talk about it. We will on Monday.
I don't know if I even have time to get into my top 4. Carl's going to make it through somehow. Somehow.
He's a Disney prince. He literally let a bug go tonight. He didn't kill it. He just let it go into the air. He's literally a Disney prince.
There you go. See, he's going to make it through somehow. Yeah, I think Zach is gone. He's not making it that far. Casey won't make it that far. Oh, man. I don't even know, to be honest with you. I don't even know. Like I said, I don't know that I have enough background with Love Island to even predict what's going to happen. Honestly, I don't know.
Look, you downloaded the app. That was.
I have the app now. I have the app. I'm not registered yet, so we'll see what happens. Come Monday, maybe. Well, yeah, maybe by this weekend I got to be. Well, tomorrow, right?
Yeah. So tomorrow is the vote.
Start registering right now.
Saturday is After Sun, so we'll see the dumped Islanders on After Sun.
Okay.
And then Sunday is the results of the vote, so somebody will get dumped on Sunday as well. And then Monday will be the aftermath of that dumping. So we'll have 4 episodes to break down.
Okay.
There you go. All right, get out of here. I got to do my show.
All right, bye.
Bye. We'll see you Monday.
All right, we're going to do my show when we come back from break here on the InsideEdge Network.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at sportsmemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the sportsmemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to sportsmemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. Sportsmemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Midnight Run. Welcome back to Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network. On your social media at InsideEdge Net, across all of your social media platforms. If you're watching us on YouTube, we have the notification bell right underneath the video. Click on that. And also, if you're watching us on Twitter, follow us. Anywhere you're watching, give us a follow. We appreciate it. Also, we have a website, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. And also, you can find us on the Roku. We have a Roku app, Inside Edge Network. Eli's my producer, Eli Moon. He's going to join us and join you guys in just a couple minutes because he had a trade proposal that we got to discuss. And I challenged because we talk on the phone every single day. And he laid this out to me. I'm like, if you don't bring this up on the air, we going to have problems. If you don't bring this up if you don't stand on 10 toes and bring this up on the air, we're going to have problems. So we'll get to that in just a second. I do have a couple leftover thoughts. From Love Island. Just real quick. I found it interesting. Sincere's in the doghouse, yet Melanie was the one who slept outside. And not Sincere. Sincere should have been sleeping in soul ties, not Melanie. Now, come on now. What are we doing? What are we doing? But Sincere has that villa on lock. He has that villa on lock. That's why all of a sudden with movie night, people were disappointed, but he has that villa on lock. Because everybody wants to come down on KC. And I'm not saying KC was in the right. Fine, he was disrespectful. But they came down on Corbin. But Sincere was the worst. And until all the stuff was laid out, nothing happened. No, everything's good. Kenzie is just as bad. And I get it. Look, listen. You on these type of shows, you're young. Sometimes you're there to find love. Other times, you're going to play the field. Kenzie has had connections with, I believe, 7 different guys on the show. 6 or 7 different guys on the show. She's just as bad, but the dudes have been so beaten up by that point. Why even come down on her, right? But, I mean, people's hearts are at stake here. I mean, now with that being said, I couldn't be on that show for a lot of reasons. Number one, I'm not putting my game out there. First of all, I don't have games, so that, you ain't got nothing to worry about there, buddy. You ain't got nothing to worry about. But Nah, that's just craziness. Movie night was intense. My submission did make the show. It was Kenzie and Corbin and their makeout session. It made the show. I feel blessed. I'm so proud. Also, little sidebar. I signed up for the Cleveland Guardians Grand Slam inning, by the way. So I'm awaiting an email getting sent to me probably in like 2028 on a random Tuesday night in May. Third inning, Anthony Alford from such and such city is entering the Grand Slam inning. By the way, walk-off victory for the Guardians. Rocchio, how about that? Good stuff. Good stuff. Needed that. Obviously, neck and neck with the AL Central race with the Chicago White Sox. White Sox took 2 out of 3 last week, and this is a 4-game set here. This is not. I have this word stuck in my head now. This is the epitome. I'm kidding. No, but this is big though. So getting that W, absolutely huge with that. Okay, before we get Eli in, I do want to play Brian Windhorst from earlier today from ESPN Cleveland. Here's the latest, and this involved with the Cavaliers, and this involves James Harden. Take a look.
The Cavs have roster spots and have the ability to sign a player to a contract that he theoretically could do. What I don't think is going to happen is you're not going to see James Harden sign until he knows what happens with LeBron. James Harden, I think he's going to get the same amount of money no matter what. But what I suspect is out there is, does he do it over a 2 or 3 year contract? If he does it over a 3-year contract, he can lower that number down and give the Cavs a little bit more airspace. Because what you need to find out if you're the Cavs is this a bidding war? Like, do you need to get to the 15 million?
My only wish and hope as we move on, that's courtesy of ESPN Cleveland. If I could have my bedroom lit as well as Brian Windhorst, I don't know where he's broadcasting from. I don't know if he probably is somebody's hotel or somebody's hotel, his hotel, maybe his wife's. But I only beg to have a room that is well lit, hotel room that's well lit as that. That's crazy. So you heard the news there. James Harden, according to Wendy, just heard there, he ain't signing anything until the LeBron situation is figured out. And for more on the LeBron James situation and teams that could go a little bit desperate, we bring in the man they call Moon, Eli Moon. Welcome.
Hello, welcome. Hi, I love what you've done with the place. Looks great in here.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. There you go. So
Yes, love the plant back there.
Thank you. You know, I want to add some color, back here.
Yeah. You like what I done back here? You see behind me? Got a little.
Love
blue.
it. Different shade of blue. Love it.
Yes. All right. What you got for me?
All right. So teams are going to be desperate, or I don't even want to say desperate, but yes. And you're hearing now, this is the funniest thing I've heard all day, Eli. This team is interested in LeBron James. That team is interested in LeBron James. This team's interested in LeBron James. Yes. This team signed some dude off, from the gas station. Now they're showing interest in LeBron James.
I'd like to now announce our interest on the Inside Edge Network that we also, too, would like to sign LeBron
We are
James.
very interested in LeBron James here at the Inside Edge Network.
Yes, if our background changes haven't shown you that we're invested into the development, then
Yes.
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, yes. So it's that feel of the hot girl in the classroom that's single. And all of a sudden, even the ones we don't have a chance.
Yeah.
I have interest. I have interest.
Yeah.
I will clear the deck. I didn't think this is a true story, by the way, in my case.
Okay.
I didn't think there was any shot in hell. Like such and such girl been in a relationship for 2 out of 4 years in high school, but there's a window during spring semester. Got to take advantage.
Yeah, a lot of my talks with the ladies recently usually end in sadness. So I've stayed out of the sweepstakes there, and I'm also going to remain out of the LeBron sweepstakes so I don't get my heart broken.
Oh man. There's a clip we have to play next segment. I have to download it. I sent it to our team here.
Yeah.
It's a guy who made extra demands for his second date. Did you remember the video I sent this morning?
I don't know if the people are ready for that.
We'll play that coming up for you in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Eli Moon.
Yep.
You called me earlier today.
Yes.
We talking network stuff.
Yep.
And then you delivered a sales pitch to me involving the Cavaliers and Celtics. Eli revealed it earlier on Primetime in front of the public. But for those who just tuning in to our stream, remind the folks what you tossed out there to the fine folks watching us here in Northeast Ohio and across the country, across the world.
Absolutely. So obviously, the Cavaliers have been in talks. Reports have been around that before Jaylen Brown was moved to Philadelphia, they were in discussions, whether it was Evan Mobley or Donovan Mitchell. They were in talks. And us following along here as Cleveland's digital leader, we've seen the Cavaliers strike out not only on Giannis Antetokounmpo, they've struck out on basically anybody you could think of. Jaylen Brown being the latest. But every free agent, it appears, they've let walk, in terms of Dean Wade, Keon Ellis. They are freeing up as much cap space as possible. Now, everybody's drawing that to LeBron. And sure, obviously, you want to give LeBron as much money as you can. He's, reports are coming out from his camp that, or at least from reporters that, hey, he's going to take a little bit less. He just wants to win and be happy. Okay, that's cool. James Harden hasn't signed a new deal because he's opted out of his player option to give that cap space. All that leads me to think that the Cavaliers aren't done discussing behind the scenes. Brian Windhorst, who we just heard from him there, from ESPN, mentioned that these reports of these Cavaliers talking in trades, he can't even deal with it in his life. He's got 4th of July weekend coming up, AA. Why does he want his phone blowing up like that? He doesn't want that. So I'll take the
He did post LeBron. He does have video. Yes. But yeah, he's a little busy.
I'll take the heat. I'll take the heat tonight. The Cavaliers aren't done talking to the Celtics. They aren't. They're also talking to other teams right now, but let's focus in on the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
The Cavaliers, we talked all offseason long so far, and when they were bounced from the Eastern Conference Finals, the talks began of who are they going to go out and get that could actually shake the chemistry in a good way of this team? Who can be a dog? Who can go out and bring LeBron here? What can make it more enticing? Well, Giannis would have. We couldn't do that. Jaylen Brown, we couldn't do that. So we've missed out on all of this. And I just have a tough time believing Jonathan Kuminga is the only option for the Cavaliers when it comes to their upgrades. And if it is, then buckle up, Cleveland. We got a long, long season ahead of us. But the Cavaliers were making calls to the Celtics about Jaylen Brown. What if Kobe Altman was just on the phone and he said, hey, what's the price on Jaylen Brown? Oh, okay, all right. So what would be the price on Jason Tatum? And now reports have come out that Jason Tatum's untouchable. They've been fielding calls the Celtics have for the last couple of weeks and have said no. That's not the first time we've heard a team say no, they're not going to trade a star player, that they're untouchable. And then weeks later, they're gone. And Jason Tatum's an interesting case. He's an NBA champion, the face of the Boston Celtics, a guy that, despite not winning an MVP yet or a finals MVP, has done a lot in his career. He has blossomed into one of the best stars in the NBA. So why, AA, would he want to spend a 3, 4, 5-year stint in Boston right now? Now, they added Mike Conley, they added Mitchell Robinson, they have the shooters in Peyton Pritchard and Sam Hauser and those guys, and I get it. Derek White, I understand. But right now, a lineup of the Boston Celtics would consist of Derek White, it would consist of Peyton Pritchard, Jason Tatum, Mitchell Robinson, and you fill in the gap at the 4. Maybe slide Tatum down to the 3. Mike Conley probably slots in there, so you're running a smaller lineup with Pritchard, White, and Conley. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And if you're Jason Tatum, you're 29 years old, you just had a pretty serious injury the year previously, came back at the end of the year to try to get some things going. But there's 2 things here with the Celtics. One, how is Tatum feeling after Jaylen Brown got moved? Everybody's like, well, Tatum's silent, so he has to be feeling some certain way that he wanted this. Not necessarily. The Boston Celtics are ran by a private equity group right now. That is part of their ownership. What are they about? Cutting money, making the money in the right way, and advancing towards the future. That's how equity works. I used to work in the mortgage business, folks. So equity,
you gotta love corporate America.
Absolutely. But equity, obviously, in terms of the mortgage world, means you got to develop value. And right now, the value for the Celtics couldn't be lower based off of 2 years ago, 3 years ago. They're in a spot right now where if you're the Celtics, why would you keep on to Jason Tatum? If your pitch is Paul George can come in and help alleviate any of the issues, he hasn't done that anywhere. Let's be clear. He hasn't done that anywhere since Indiana. So I believe that the Boston Celtics, without saying it out loud, they've never been an organization to say it out loud, but I do believe they're looking at the rest of the NBA and kind of fielding out to some offers, just a certain few teams, and Cleveland's on that list. And they're having a discussion about, okay, if we were to, what would you do? I ran it through the trade machine. The Cavaliers could offer Max Strus and Donovan Mitchell. They probably won't be Mitchell, so it'll probably be Mobley. Why? Because the Boston Celtics are looking for a cornerstone piece. Look no further than Evan Mobley. He's your 4. You got to slot him in there. He restarts your timeline. You have all these draft picks, 7 draft picks in the foreseeable future. First rounders, that being. Boston is in a position where they can go get their backcourt. They'll be held steadily above water, just enough AA to be bad enough to get into this new lottery where you get a top pick potentially, but they're not going to bottom out. So Paul George gives you that. If the Celtics are looking to maximize the most value in this offseason and get their future, it is by getting Evan Mobley, who's not even 26 years old yet, and restarting their timeline right now with the draft picks. They've done it before in Boston. That's how they got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Let's not forget the Brooklyn Nets trade that they did. All
right. You're selling me on the sales pitch. Go for the close right now. What are you thinking?
Jason Tatum is going to end up in a Cleveland Cavaliers uniform by the end of this offseason, probably within the next month, if not the next few weeks. He's going to end up in a Cleveland Cavaliers uniform. Evan Mobley and Max Strus out of town. Open up the cabinet, Cleveland, because you know why? Jason Tatum's coming in. Your new lineup starting in 2026. In 2027 season will be James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, LeBron James, Jason Tatum, and Jared Allen. Because if you're the Cavaliers, you have to make a big splash for LeBron. Everybody else has done it.
Hold on. I heard your reasons on Primetime. I have questions.
Yeah, I got answers.
Number 1, will we be under the second apron?
Depending on the Harden signing. And that's why Harden's waiting to sign. Because he's not just waiting for LeBron. He's waiting for another move.
Okay. Number 2. Could we still pull off that trade if we kept Mobley but offered Donovan Mitchell?
We sure could. Yep, it works in the trade machine. You swap out Mitchell or Mobley. You have to put Strus in there, but you can put Mitchell or Mobley. Yep. Mitchell or Mobley.
Okay, I would prefer Mitchell. Because I do think they still have Derek White. So I think they still believe they could compete at least.
Right. I mean, it just depends on what the competing level is.
What would be... Okay, so I'm glad you answered Mitchell for number 2. So number 3, what would be the sales pitch that we would present to Boston on trading Donovan Mitchell?
That's a little bit of a tougher pitch, right? Because they are aligned in terms of age almost. Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell. What you could sell is Donovan Mitchell's never had a season-ending injury since he's been in the league. He's played pretty much quite a bit, primarily a lot of his NBA games through Utah and Cleveland. You're getting a healthy star, somebody that you could team up with Paul George, and if you want to play for the right now, you still have a chance to. Donovan Mitchell sliding into that lineup with Robinson, Conley, Derek White, and whoever, Paul George, and then you're still competing, and you have those draft picks, so if you do bottom out by chance, you could just regroup in the draft.
Well, and I'll mention, again, Donovan is 29. He'll turn 30.
Yep, and same with Tatum. He's 29 right now.
So it would be, obviously they would want Mobley, right?
Correct. Yeah.
They would want Evan Mobley if you're going to do that. You know what? The Donovan Mitchell part might be a tougher sales pitch. I don't hate this. I don't hate it. I do think it's a game-changing move because we've made it clear this team as is. So get people in with championship DNA, and if Tatum's in, if Tatum's here, he's your number one here.
Correct.
He's your number one option, everything. The team, the offense runs through him. I don't have any issue on the Cleveland side. It's convincing Boston. I'm hesitant on trading Mobley. It's about what can we tell Boston and how could they kind of trade off? Because one of the topics I had today was, is there a Cavs player on this roster? We're talking about LeBron. Is there a Cavs player on this roster we can't touch in terms of trades? And that's it. And the only one I would say in which the deal needs to be right would be Evan Mobley. Because in my opinion, Evan Mobley's the only one out of our big four, out of our core four. Now I'm sick of that term. But out of our core four, Evan Mobley's the only one who's ceiling his growth could be huge.
Sure.
Everyone else is where they're at.
I guess you got to ask yourself, Double A, as a Cavaliers fan, we've been talking all offseason. Do you like the potential or do you want the prize? Because that's what it comes down to. Evan Mobley could go another 4 years and be what he is right now, which is a good, very good NBA player. Or you go for the risk it move that you've done as if this follows the track history of the Cavaliers with LeBron. If LeBron is pulling the strings, which he is, let's be very clear. LeBron is calling his agent, Rich Paul's on the phone with Cleveland telling him what they need to do. He's talking to other teams what they need to do. If LeBron is coming here, a big move has to happen. Everywhere he has gone. Now, granted, in LA, it took a year or two to get Anthony Davis there, but that was orchestrated. They knew what they wanted to ultimately do. Bring their clutch guy in, go win a championship. They did. When LeBron came back here in 2014, it was the report from Adrian Wojnarowski was the Cavaliers are pretty keen on going and getting Kevin Love, depending on LeBron James coming back. So why would this be any different? And if you're going to tell me that Jonathan Kuminga or going out and giving a first or two, which it seems to be the asking price for Trey Murphy, that's going to bring LeBron James in? It's not. It's not. And the Cavaliers have struck out on every superstar that they could bring in. They've missed out on Giannis. They missed out on Jaylen Brown. For a moment, LaMelo Ball was available. I don't know. They probably weren't in on that, but he was gone. You've missed out on every single superstar you could think of. So, again, nobody's talking about it, so I'll talk about it. Why would Jason Tatum want to spend the last 3 to 4 years of his prime on a second-round team?
No, I get... What the hell?
Yeah, they're listening. They're listening. Okay.
We have a fax.
Yeah, ESPN, you're on to us.
yo, that was loud. I was working on some. The Side Hustle Wrestling podcast will debut tomorrow morning, right here on the Inside Edge Network.
Can't wait to hear it and watch it.
Yes. You're right. My only holdup isn't enough for Boston. What does Boston want out of all this? And again, it just has to make sense. I understand going big. It just has to make sense. Now, to your point, the Mobley-Allen front court is not bulletproof. Mm-hmm. They have both had their best performances, some of their best performances, when the other is not on the floor. Mm-hmm. Jared Allen has some of his best games in the regular season. Now, playoffs, this is not true. Playoffs, the game sevens, they were both on the floor. But in the regular season, Jared Allen was playing some of his best ball when Evan Mobley was not here.
Right.
Vice versa. Mm-hmm. Same deal. Mm-hmm. So, hey, listen, I'm not going to shut that down. I'm not. Actually, to be perfectly honest, on our side, I love it. If you're gonna trade away Mobley, it has to be for an A+ player, and Tatum fits that mold.
Plus, let's be
He
real.
fits.
Boston owes us one. We traded him Kyrie. They owe us one. They owe us one. But
They send you another Isaiah Thomas. No.
Oh, no. But like in my final point, because I know you got a little more to cover here, and we got to go to break in a second. My final point on this double A is for Boston, again, the private equity group having ownership in the Celtics. They're looking at the future of this team. They've already accomplished the goal of winning an NBA championship.
I guess my question with Boston, they weren't that far away.
Maybe
They made if they never said anything publicly about Jaylen Brown, he would still be with the team.
Correct. But the thing is, Jason Tatum, if you're the Celtics, you ask what it is for the Celtics. He is literally a year removed from a pretty serious injury. Granted, he came back and played.
I know. All I'm saying though is like, I get it with Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in lockstep with you on Tatum and what he's thinking right now.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm thinking about, and probably Celtics fans are thinking about, how did it all come apart so quickly? They were up 3-1 to the Sixers. If they would have won one more game, Sixers would have been knocked out in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Sixers problem. This trade doesn't happen, and they're not in the conversation for LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
Sixers would have moved on to round 2 and faced New York. Who knows what would have happened if the shooting was on point with Boston? And then, hate to say it, Cavs fans, whoever would have won that series is probably beating Cleveland in the conference finals and going to the NBA finals. The Boston Celtics could have been NBA champions. They would have won. I'm not doing a what if.
Right.
I am, but they have proven in 2024, they've proven they get hot shooting wise. They can win a title.
Sure.
I guess
Sure.
that's just I have a hard time, although business-wise, you're making a ton of sense. From a sports standpoint, I'm having a hard time looking at the Celtics and accepting the fact, I don't care, they're not my team. I don't care what they do. But accepting the fact, we went from legitimate championship contenders to one bad night and we're stripping it all down.
Here's the last thing I'll say. Boston are trendsetters, whether we want to believe it or not, especially in the NBA world. Before the Big Three era became a thing, who created it? Boston. Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, LeBron, and many others have followed that model since. Before Oklahoma City Thunder, and granted, the Boston Celtics didn't do it with an elaborate amount of picks in terms of they drafted all their guys and they're homegrown, but when it was time to move off of the Celtics, when it was time to move off of those guys on the Celtics, Boston got a ransom from Brooklyn to then get Jason Tatum, to then get Jaylen Brown, to use some of those picks to build this team that ultimately won a championship. We talk about all the time. They should have been the team, even though we're happy here in Cleveland, the Cavs got there. They should have went there in 2018 as well. They should have been in multiple finals, and they did get there eventually. So why wouldn't Boston be the trendsetter now? With the new lottery form, with going and getting Paul George, and keeping afloat, why wouldn't they be the trendsetters with everything going on to get young and establish how to beat this NBA draft lottery? And the way you do it is by removing the old regime.
That's what I'm like. There was something you said in our phone call that I did not. You just mentioned it. I'm like, okay, expand a little bit more on the lottery.
Yeah, so, I mean, for those that aren't familiar, the NBA draft lottery is changing, right? Before it used to be the top 3 teams got all the lottery balls. But now it's changed to where it's now going to be weighted for these teams that are in the middle, the bad but not terrible teams, so to speak, right? Instead of 1, 2, and 3, you're going to get less for being in those top 3 teams. It's a 3-2-1 lottery. So basically, if you fall in that middle range, you're basically guaranteed a better chance. So if you fall between like 4 to I think it's 9, like in that range, you're gonna get a better chance of getting a top pick. So again, you move. Let's say the Celtics move out Jason Tatum. Let's just say they do it. They send him to Cleveland. We're all happy. We're popping bottles in the club. We get to that point. Boston looks at it and goes, we have Mike Conley, we have Derek White, Peyton Pritchard. I'll talk about that in a second. Now we got me going again. And we got Mitchell Robinson. and we have Paul George. That team's gonna be but it may bottom out just to where they can be in prime position to draft their next superstar to lead the franchise. And with the comments of Peyton Pritchard, AA, the reports coming out, they're expecting a Jalen Brunson type leap. You want to be expecting that type of leap if Jason Tatum's there. You're not counting on if Jason Tatum's there. Why are these reports coming out for other guys to have these substantial leaps of superstar expectations if you're not planning behind the scenes to move off of your other superstar?
Because you're trying to bait and trying to move those guys. And again, to your point, and then we got to wrap here. To your point about the lottery, just think of it like this, guys. If your team becomes a play-in team, like you're in a play-in tournament, if you're not the seventh, if you don't win on night one, like if you're the seventh seed and you're in the playoffs, cool. But otherwise, it might be better to bottom out, like out of the, be ninth or 10th instead of being 8th. It's weird, but there is something to be said there. And plus, hey, if you're in the stock market, you got to kind of play these odds. So, no, you know what? I don't hate it. I don't hate it. There will not be a world where I will, if Tatum's on the Cavs, again, I couldn't stand him because he's in a Boston uniform, but I'll root for him if he's here. And I think it's time that he becomes an elite level superstar. He already is one of the top guys, but really, you're not going to be disrespected again at the Olympics. That kind of deal. All right, great stuff, Eli. See, that's why you earned your vacation. There you go. So a lot of great stuff there. Yeah, that was just one of those days. Hey, listen, I don't mind laying off a little bit there. Sometimes I like to listen and hear and observe and see what's going on with that. And LeBron, I hope you were paying attention. No, he's on the West Coast golfing. It's okay. All right, coming up next. One more segment of the show, but we got a lot to accomplish. I got video I have to play for you. I also have a story about physical game copies. They're gone. That's that. It's over. And top cookout foods. I know Chad did the list on Memorial Day, but my top list for 4th of July barbecue cookout foods. I'll give all that to you. We're gonna accomplish all of this in a span of like 5 minutes, and we'll be out of here. And we're gonna enjoy. Eli's shaking his head. He doesn't believe I could do it. We're gonna do it, and I'm gonna play a clip during this segment too. We'll be back.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Moser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by InsideEdge Network's very own Ryan Moser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MoserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MoserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
So I got to show you guys this. This is a CD. This is a video game. And we know this. Again, GTA 5. I have the GTA collection. Got the GTA trilogy there on the other side of the TV with, of course, the greatest GTA game, San Andreas. Got that going. But PlayStation says in 2028, they're doing away with these CDs. Digital only, which I hate because I know video games, updates. Hate. It's terrible. Yeah, you deserve to boot. It's terrible. In fact, Eli, if we can, this is courtesy of CBS. GameStop 01, GameStop's unofficial reaction to this news.
Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You killing me, man.
That's what y'all get for destroying my game credits. Listen, the store credits. Listen, I told my group earlier, me and my brother, we traded away our entire Xbox collection, and we gained 23 store credits. Play the R. Kelly one more time. Go ahead, Eli.
Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You killing me, man.
Unreal. You know what else was unreal? This dating video that I saw earlier today. After one date, take a listen to what this guy said through video messaging. Take a look.
All right, I figured I'd send you a voice note because it's like easier than like texting all this. But anyway, had a good time tonight. Definitely think you are lovely. However, I would love to, if we're going to go to your place on Thursday, I mean, I am looking to have that physical intimacy to see if like I am sexually compatible with you. So like if I'm going to come over, like I would be hoping to like hook up, have sex, have a good time, have like that romantic spark and that physical spark there for my own sake, because it's hard for me to continue dating someone and seeing them if I don't know if I'm sexually compatible. So I know you said I don't know about that. So like I guess my thing is like what would be the point of me coming over then if we're not gonna like hook up and like cuddle and like be intimate with each other? And if that's what you don't want, that's fine. But like, I think we should just like end it here then, respectfully, just because first date, that's fine. Like, you want to get to know each other, I'm all about that. But like, I am looking to have that physical aspect there, and I don't want to continue seeing someone if I don't know if that's good, if that's not there or not. So up to you. Let me know. I'm happy to, if you do want me to come over, I'm happy to do so. Would love to have a good time, and we can have some wine, hang out, and chill. But if you're not trying to hook up, then like, I think we should just go our separate ways. Let me know.
Sure, this young lady will get right back to that guy and see what she says. Unbelievable. Unreal. This is why these apps. Listen, we recognize stupid stuff too. That was one of the See, it's clips like that. Clips like that is why I don't mind having an extended weekend. That unreal. Unbelievable. Eli, 30 seconds or less. Your thoughts on what you just heard there?
I think the part that got me was when he was like, if you want to fuck, have a good time. Just let me know. Like
it was like a Zoom call. It was like a Zoom meeting. Does anyone have any questions?
Dude.
Does anybody else have anything to chime in with?
Yeah. Oh my God, bro. I mean, being a good guy, I guess, is done in this world. So back to you.
One date. Last thing. My top cookout foods for the 4th of July weekend. Barbecue chicken or ribs, collard greens, mac and cheese, and baked beans. All made by my mom. Okay. If my mom's making it, I love her. I appreciate her and our entire family. I'm going to have some, and I'm appreciative of it. So top 5, number 1, whatever cookout food my mom makes. Number 2, 3, 4, and 5, whatever she makes. And again, her specialty is mac and cheese. People don't mess around with macaroni and cheese. She throws down. She makes it happen. All right, we're done. Make sure you like and subscribe at InsideEdge Net across all of our social media platforms. Thank you again for tuning in. The last few weeks, record-breaking week of viewership across the board here at the InsideEdge Network. We are locally based here in Cleveland. If you own a local business here in Northeast Ohio, or you know someone who owns a local business here in Northeast Ohio, and you want them to advertise here at the InsideEdge Network, great reach and things of that sort, InsideEdgeNetwork.com is where you can contact us. Also, you contact me directly. I'm on Twitter at AnthonyAlfred92. You can also contact Eli on Instagram at the man they call Moon on Instagram. So definitely check us out there. Also, we have a Roku app. InsideEdge Network is where you can search for the Roku app. Tomorrow morning, the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast with myself and Kyle Cordell. And Kyle has 2 shows. He has Unfiltered coming up tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Also, Real Talk with Papa Moon this Saturday at 5 o'clock. And we got Main Event on Sunday. You guys be safe. Have a great weekend. Try to stay cool. Look out for your loved ones. Make sure they're all protected and cool and everything. And, be safe. Be safe. Be appreciative of your family. Seriously, your family and your loved ones. Be appreciative of them and love them to the absolute fullest. Enjoy every moment you get. All right. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you back here, right here on the Inside Edge Network. Double A Anthony Alfred signing off. Enjoy America 250.